Happy Gravy Day, everybody. What is going on? It's episode 457 of Past Gravy with Alex, Pat, and B Jokes. Back at it again. It is a bonus podcast week of Past Gravies. This, I felt like our bonus episode I said was the Monday one, but this is the bonus one because it's the second episode of the week, if you think about it. Right? I mean, it's 420, man. Is this the real bonus one, or was
Happy holidays, bro?
Yeah, man.
I said that to so many younger coworkers today. So hey, happy holidays. And they're like, yeah, dude. I woke up, I smoked weed, I hit the gym, I was high while I was working out. I was like, you're fucking 23, aren't you?
I think you're a show off if you get high and then go do things.
Actually, that
girl's
21.
You get high and you hang out. It's like, dude.
Nah, dude, when you're
so high when I was doing, it's like, no. High is for hanging out, not for.
No, I mean, when you're 21, though, yeah, you get stoned before you go out in the world. That's why 21.
I don't work out high.
But I mean, but they get high and then they go out into the world. That's why they like the world. That's why by the time you're 30 and, you've settled down, you're not just high all the time. You're like, wait a minute, the world fucking sucks. People don't get optimistic. They're just not fucked up all the time at that age. We wait till we get home from work and then we get fucked up.
People that work out high are tryhards, though.
I mean, if I still smoked weed, I would work out high if I also still worked out.
I need to be focused. I don't need to be like, all right, man, what if this wasn't even a 50-pound weight?
I don't know what the fuck you're smoking, but you're like a scary. You're just.
I'm just
describing what people think being high is like that have never been high. What?
No, you were cutting out there. You were cutting out there, but
I don't fucking know.
I don't want to be doing exercise while high. That's something I definitely don't want to do. And it's like the people who do it, like, oh, look, I can work out extra hard because I had to get past being super high and doing it. You're like, no. I just played some Xbox. That's what I did.
I mean, that's what I did.
Yeah, it's the easy way to do it. But yeah, let's get right into the Precome segment, the pre-comeback kid portion of the show, where we bring in some ideas, some thoughts, anything we want to bring into the group to share before we move along into the remainder of the podcast. I'm a big next door guy. In the last couple of weeks, me and Cheryl keeping the slingshots off of the streets, although there was a parade. And let's say Cheryl back at it again. She just all she does is post there was another one. There was another one. It's like, all right. I feel like maybe get some headphones at this point. If it's that loud, I don't know.
I think it's time to start fucking with her. You should be like, did you hear them last night at 3 a.m.? They had another one. And she'll be like, I did. I slept right through it. But they're doing it at night now? They're a menace.
Oh, no. I boycotted Subway again. I did that tweet, but I went in a way more extensive tweet like that. And people were like, I never liked that place. And I was like, yeah, well. So what my post was, again, from Caleb Crawdad. It says, never going to the Subway. And I put the location ever again. And I said, I'm not one to complain usually, but yesterday I went to Subway at this location after a hard day's work. All I wanted was my favorite sandwich from there, the Italian sub. Instead of that, I was given an Italian substitute teacher. Don't get me wrong, Giuseppe and I turned out to be good friends, but his English is very bad and we can't really communicate well. And now I also have to figure out what to do and a place for him to stay in my tiny studio apartment. Too long, didn't read, went to Subway to get a sandwich, ended up with an Italian guy sleeping on my couch. And people were like, yeah, I never liked that location. And I was just like, oh yeah, that happened to you guys too?
Oh yeah, you didn't even
Don't you hate it when that happens? I also am not friendly with that place. But if you anything you want to bitch about, you're gonna find a white person to also bitch about it with you.
Maybe I should go on there and just respond to yours and be like, yeah, I hate Italians too.
Just, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Just some next door stuff. But I saw somebody on Nextdoor was asking if there was a good shoe repair place. And I have seen shoe repair places like driving around and stuff. But why don't you just buy new shoes?
I have to assume it's for like, you're not going and
It's
getting
like cowboy boots is my only thing I can think of.
Or like nice Italian shoes or stuff like that. Like you're not taking your Skechers there.
You're like, yo, bro, my Air Monarchs, you got some scuffs on them. You think you could fix these bad boys up? And they're like, yeah, it's $40. Like that's as much as the Air Monarchs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, do you want it or not? No.
I've got my Adidas trainers. Can you fix these for me? Get out.
Yeah. I feel like shoe repair isn't, I don't want to take it. I'm not saying people should lose jobs, but it's like, I feel like, it's not the same thing it used to be.
Well, I mean,
everybody had wooden shoes or leather shoes and everything. They were like, well, I need to get this fixed. You can't just go buy new ones.
They're for really nice shoes. And I'm assuming they've got to be like a premium price to do it, but it's for really nice shoes. So it's worth reinvesting the money into them. So like rich people can just go and get that done. That's what it's got to be. And, or they're front for laundering money for the mafia. Because that could definitely be a cash business.
They are money laundering fronts.
Think about it's probably maybe it's like $80 to $150 to get a pair of shoes fixed. Let's just say it's something like that. The people that can afford to pay that are also rich enough to where they walk around with a couple hundred in their wallet at all the time. So that is cash for them.
How much does it cost to get shoes repaired?
Because I see them around. There's one over by my work.
Expect to pay about $8 to $15 for shoes and $10 to $20 for a simple shoe repair.
Once again, don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Neither do you.
No, I do not. But I mean, that seems reasonable.
I mean, that is also in everybody's cash range.
Should somebody I feel like I have some old shoes that I don't really wear anymore. Maybe I'm gonna go see if I can get them resold. Like, sir, these are Nikes. You're like, yes, but they're mine.
That way, just find shoes on the side of the road and be like, I've had these for years. Can you fix them? Oh, take some down off of a telephone wire.
Yeah, some Chuck Taylors. I'd like to get these resold. Can you just like soup up shoes? Is it like a body shop? Like you go get your car lifted and stuff? Like, could I go get my shoes like with lights on them?
That's interesting.
Can you pimp my shoes out? Like maybe I'll do that.
I like the idea of it.
But
I very much like the idea of it.
On that, like that line of thinking, this gave me an idea for the podcast that I wanted to bring up to everybody because we're just going to assume it's boots or like fancy dress shoes is what we're going to go get shoes repaired on. But like, when you need to get your favorite pair of okay, my idea really was clothes cloning. Like we need to get a clothes cloning business because don't you hate it when like you have a fair pair of jeans that, like Pat, this weekend, you cut your jeans into jorts.
Worth it.
But if you could clone those exact jeans, like if you have a favorite pair of jeans, sometimes it's hard to find that same pair again, like you have stuff you're like, I really like this, but I don't know where I would get another one, If you could just clone whatever clothes you have and make 15 copies of it so you could always have that same pair of jeans, like I think we need to figure out a way to do that. Like, what is this? I don't know. You got to like put it through a machine. It tells the material, the way it was made. And then they go and they make that exact same thing for you and just clone it. And then you can pick up 15 of the same exact thing. You get some at a thrift store that like fits you well. Maybe you want more of that. Okay, boom, done.
The only way you would need to clone something is if it was a custom made one of a kind piece. Because otherwise, you just go back to Walmart and buy the same Wranglers.
No, dude. See, I have a pair of jeans that I'm never going to get to ever wear again because they had a hole in them and they ripped. And they don't make that kind of jean anymore. They don't make like it was like, I think it was PacSun. I don't remember exactly where I even got it. But now, like for those situations, I was like, I wore these jeans for like 4 or 5 years. I never have to think about jeans because these were my jeans. And then over time, they wore out. And now I don't have those anymore. But if I could have been like, hey, I'd like to get these made 10 more times, and I could just give them to you. And it's like, I don't care where they're from, whatever. Boom, here's 10 more of that exact jean. I think there's a business for that.
I mean, I would just say, one, go get yourself some Wranglers Relax Fit, because those are like the most comfortable jeans I've ever had. Or there is a certain company that I'm not going to give them a free ad for, but it rhymes with Bugsy Siegel. And apparently they make very nice, comfortable jeans, but they're more expensive than I like to pay for jeans.
I mean, there's alternatives.
Just go get yourself some Relax Fit jeans from Walmart or Target, and you'll be just as comfortable. Trust me. As a guy that wears jeans literally every single day, trust me on my jeans.
But not just jeans. It's anything. Your favorite shirt. You could have 10 of your favorite shirt. And then when it gets ripped, you're good. Shirt. People have a favorite fit, bro. And if you can get that exact thing done over and over, like just redone.
I mean, this is one of my favorite shirts, but I could just go buy another one from the online store.
They don't always make new ones. They don't always have that available. In 10 years, what if they don't sell that shirt anymore?
Oh, good.
You just got to hope you find one in the wild. I think you'd get people on the nostalgia factor alone.
I mean, I'm not.
Well, I don't want to lose this. Here's a second one.
I bet there's a lot of people that would like this idea, but as you know, I'm not big on giving two shits about what I look like. So I don't really care about the clothes I wear either. They just need to be comfortable. But all my clothes are at like the same level of comfort. There's nothing that's super comfortable.
Like, when you've like worn a hat in.
Oh, yeah. No, don't get me wrong. That happens with jeans too.
Amount. Like, you're like, okay, cool. Like, I've got this. It's like fitted to my head at this point. If you could do that, just here's another one.
I get it. Every time I get a new pair of jeans, it takes a couple days to break them in. Then they get in that spot, we're good to go. Which I should probably have put my jean shorts back on because I got to kind of break those into how I want them to fit. They got to get used to my booty.
I always have like shoes, like a pair of shoes you get or whatever, and you're like, okay, I hope that I can find this exact same pair again when these are gone, like when these don't work anymore, when I need new ones. And you can't always find that. But if you could just be like, I'd like these exact things, put them in the machine, bam, it's done.
Until maybe 2 years ago, I'd worn the exact same pair of shoes over and over again since high school, since I was probably like 15, 16 years old. They were Adidas trainers, like baseball trainers from Academy. And I would just, every 2 years, I'd buy a new pair because they'd wear out. Then I just kind of stopped. But like, I mean, dude, shoes are shoes. There's comfortable shoes everywhere. If you can't find shit that's comfortable, you're not looking.
I'm not saying you can't find stuff that's comfortable. It's stuff that you like. And it's like having the same thing. Like, I'm fine. I'd be fine with that. So no, I don't know. Robert, do you think it's an insane idea? I don't think it's that crazy of it.
I don't think it's insane. I think it's kind of dumb.
It's insane.
Not insane.
It's insane.
Dude, with internet access to Amazon, if you can't get clothes, and like, especially all those companies that sell like boxes of clothes that like, they'll send you out shit. You pick what you like, you send it back. You only get charged for what you keep. If you can't find clothes you like in today's world, you're just a picky asshole.
But no, the whole thing is like, I don't want to go through the trial. I don't want to go through. I don't want to.
Well, then you're a lazy asshole.
No, that's our like. Yes, that's our whole pitch.
You can't say no to that. It's literally
our whole pitch is to people that are like, I don't want to do the trial and error. Like, do I like these clothes they sent me? Do I like this? Do I have to send them? It's like, no. Send us the clothes you want multiples of, and we will send you exactly what you just sent us.
What if they get lost
more
in the
of
mail?
them? It won't get lost in the mail.
So it's just
drone. They'll be drone delivered.
What if the drone dies and crashes and tears your shirt?
It's an invincible drone.
This sounds like a very expensive service that's using invincible drones.
But it's a convenient service too.
Doesn't sound that convenient if it's that expensive.
Because you'll always have your favorite things.
I've switched. This is now an insane idea.
Fuck you, Pat. Fuck you. You just don't understand a great idea when one hits you right in the face. This is my $1 million idea. This is my $1 million idea. You'll just never understand it. I had another idea also that I wanted to run by everybody, even if you guys are terrible at understanding what good ideas are. My idea was like, why don't we have self-checkout at sex stores? People always talk about how awkward it is to like go into those places, like self-checkout done. Problem solved.
Because I think in a small business like that, you need someone actually checking them out so people aren't just stealing lots of shit. Because imagine if there was self-checkout at sex stores, how many pocket pussies would be stolen a year?
Right, you'd have somebody standing there like watching you do it, but you just wouldn't have to be like, hey, what's going on? Well,
like you self-checkout, they're just standing by the door with like a click, like the door locks, and they have to hit a buzzer.
No, they're just
like,
at the counter. They're at the counter, and it just gives you the option. Then you make it easier for people.
I mean, I would say it's 2022. Own your kinks. Don't be ashamed of the fuck toys you want to buy.
Right, but I mean, it's easy to say that, but I think other people might feel like it'd be easier to just be like, hey, I just want to bleep, bleep, swipe, done. Not a problem.
I think it's probably just for the sex shop. It's better for them to have somebody physically checking you out. Plus, also, if you're embarrassed, order it online.
That is true. Just feels like it'd be another thing you could, but it also would be funny. You know, if you go to the grocery store and you're using the self-checkout there, like it's like, item doesn't weigh what it said it weighed. And you're like, hey, I need you to, you think flag down the employee, you flag down the only other, like the only employee in the store. And you're like, can you come from your, can you come enter some code or whatever? And they're like, yeah, whatever, you're good.
See, that would be another case
defeats the purpose of self-checkout, but initially you'd be like, okay, cool, this won't be awkward.
But like, then you would have people swapping stickers. Like, it's like, oh, item doesn't weigh what it says it does, and they took the sticker off of like my first dildo onto like the giant 18-inch 3-pound cock. And they're like, oh, it seems to have the wrong sticker on this one.
We used
trying to buy a fake dick for the wrong price.
Not with sex toys, but with like, you would just use,
yeah, you did.
You'd use like steak, and you're like, yeah, this is this many ounces of celery. And then you'd get like a $3 steak. It's pretty awesome.
Theft.
It was theft.
You're doing crimes, bro.
But you know what else is theft? Is taxation. So
that's very true.
Who's worse, me or the IRS?
Oh, it's definitely the IRS. Just if the question is who's worse, blank or the government, it's the government.
Nazis or the government.
I just paid my taxes. I saw how much money they're taking away from me. They're like, oh, don't worry, we'll give you this much back. I'm like, whoa, you took way more than that, motherfucker. I don't care about these so-called road repairs you need to do. Let me have my money.
Give me my cash money, my moolah. Where's my tax return, buddy?
Appreciate it, Biden.
Pal.
Joe Biden spending all my money.
Last thing I brought in, on TV shows and movies, you always see like the bad guy has a bomb that you just have to make a phone call to. Now I know that you can do that, so you can remotely detonate bombs. But do you think that there's ever been somebody like had a bomb that worked that way, and like a spam call got it, and you're like, oh fuck, we're going to the destination, and just blew up our car? Like, do you think that any bomb has ever gone off because a spam call blew it up? Like, I bought this burner phone. No one's gonna fucking know. But like at like the Cricket Wireless store, you had to give a phone number, and you just gave that one, not thinking of it. And they're like, we wanted to give you an up. Oh, blew up. Like that's happened.
Definitely. Like that's definitely happened.
You're like a criminal, or you're a bad dude if you're gonna blow shit up with a bomb. You would think. So it's like justice was served. You just hope that's who all the spam calls go to, the bad guys.
I was going to say no at first because I was like, anybody smart enough to set up that sort of bomb probably knows how to like block other incoming calls. But then also, it's probably not that difficult to wire a bomb. Like if you can wire a bomb in the first place, it's probably not that difficult to set it up to like a phone timer or whatever. And then, yeah, spam calls happen all the damn time now. So like maybe you don't know how to block the incoming ones and you just get fucked.
That would just be a really funny, this whole movie builds up to that, and the guy's just driving, and then you're like, how, like, there's only 6 minutes left in this movie. How does it end? And it's just, he gets a spam call. That ends the movie.
It's the name of the movie, Spam Call.
spam.
Nobody knows why until like the final 4 minutes.
You're like, why? Oh. Why spam calls are actually good. Because sometimes they stop terrorism. Can spam calls end terrorism? Some might say yes.
I thought you said canned spam there for a second.
I did not say that. What did you guys bring in for the group today?
I got one. It's just randomly popped in my head the other day. Like, what's the most, whatever you want to call it, down bad, pathetic, cucky, just like embarrassing shit that you've ever done? And this popped into my head the other day. I don't know why, but this girl I liked in high school, we never dated, we were friends. She was like my phone background for like over a year. And looking back, I was like, God, that's cringy as shit.
I mean, also, like, if you changed mine, I'd probably like, unless it was just like a dick, I don't change my phone background.
But I mean, like I said, this was back in high school. So I was telling somebody about it, and they were like, yeah, so-and-so has it because he's obsessed with the bartender. I was like, that's weird. I was like, at least I did it when I was like 15, 16. And it's not even like it was like a picture of a bunch of us, like friends. And it was just her picture. And just looking back, I was like, damn it, Pat. That shit's embarrassing.
This is kind of weird.
Yeah. What about you, though? What's just some embarrassing or down bad, as the kids would say, shit you've done in the past where you look back and you're like, that was not the move?
Probably like in like fights with like high school girlfriends where you're like, oh, don't leave me, blah, 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 like that shit. Like, oh, please don't leave me. Like, I don't want you to do this. Like, that's some simp shit, I guess, if that's what that's classified as. But it's
that'll fit under the umbrella.
I don't know, like, don't leave me. Come on, man. I was a kid. I didn't know how to control emotions. I mean, I still don't know how to control emotions, but then I really didn't.
I mean, it was puberty ages. Your emotions or fucking hormones are flying everywhere.
I wish you could go back and like just smack the fuck out of like high school you and be like, hey man, chill the fuck out. I'm never gonna fight anybody ever again. Yeah, man, you're good. Just chill out.
I would just look at myself after saying that, like, yeah, that's true. You won't change your shit now. You're gonna alter the trajectory of your life, young Pat.
Maybe. But yeah, I guess that would be mine. What about you, Robert? Yeah, what's the most simp stuff you've done?
Is that what that means? Down bad? Doing like,
yeah, it's like simpy shit. I don't know. I don't fully understand it either, but I've heard it be said.
We're not in touch with the youth anymore.
Me either.
I thought it was just like gambling.
It's a good thing though. Don't touch the youth, Robert. That's a good policy to have.
Great strategy.
I don't know. I feel like I've told this story before. Like I would get Sam flowers, but she hates flowers.
That's
you were just trying to be nice. You meant well. You weren't like, oh, Sam. Shit. Pat used to carry this girl's backpack to class that I think he was dating her, and like you would carry her backpack to one of the classes that I had with her, and then you would go to your class, and I always thought that was kind of weird.
I don't even remember that shit.
Freshman year in high school, I do remember you did that. Like, that's weird. That
oh yeah, God, that was a long time ago. It's the only thing I knew how to do.
And she was also cool because remember when you had like the tanning bed, like when that was a big thing. I'm sure it still is, but I don't really know anybody that does it. But like you'd put like oh, Playboy bunny. Yeah. And then you'd have she had like the little Playboy bunny like mark, and she'd be
yeah, she was way cooler than me.
Tight.
And she was that like, cool. God, she was kind of slutty, and then she moved away before anything happened. That sucked. Her parents moved her ass to Minnesota, and I was like, fuck!
Now what do I do?
Goddamn Minnesota. So, yeah, more reason for me to hate the Vikings.
Robert, back to you. I'm sorry I interrupted. I just thought of that.
I don't think Robert has anything. Robert's always been a nice, respectful guy.
Flowers.
And never been ashamed of anything he's ever done.
Yeah, because you never fucked up. And a lot of times, like, simping also comes from if you fuck up. And you're like, I'm sorry. You have to do all that shit to, like, grovel. Robert's not much of a groveler to me.
Robert's just like, oh, sorry.
Just a nice guy all around.
Won't happen again. Did you bring anything, Robert?
Yeah.
Now that my embarrassment's over?
Oh, I don't understand the obsession with Shrek that's happening. And I can't exactly tell if it's like young millennials or Gen Z. But there's an obsession with Shrek that's just going around.
Shrek! In the morning, I'm making waffles.
Maybe it's older millennials.
Yeah, Shrek's just awesome, man.
I thought it was all troll stuff.
I don't think so.
I thought it was all just trolls. Like, what is your Shrek 2 name? And it's just like your birth month and then the day of your birth. And it's like all of it was Shrek and 2. It was like, I got Shrek 2.
I haven't seen any of these things that you guys talk about. I mean, I've seen, because Shrek was like a comic book, but people just put like fake like writing over the actual comic book strips that just makes it the most outlandish shit ever. That's all I've seen. But people like Shrek, because Shrek's awesome, man. Don't overthink it.
Do you hate Shrek?
But it's happening now. I don't understand the timing of it.
It's like having a revival, bro.
It's a classic for a reason.
You go to Netflix and you see that it's trending. It's like number 10 in the US today. Like,
well, it probably just got added.
It's a great movie. It's a great film.
I mean, fucking Smash Mouth just killed that soundtrack, dog.
Yeah, they did.
I think that's part of it. That has to do with
probably Smash Mouth. I mean, but Smash Mouth also is like that comes back randomly, and you're like, haha, All-Star. I remember that.
I mean, who doesn't love All-Star and waffles and talking donkeys that fuck dragons? I mean, it's a great movie.
Right? Shrek was kind of a simp if you think about it.
They did do that.
You mean Donkey was kind of a simp?
He was a simp for Shrek, but Shrek was kind of a simp for the princess initially when he fell for her hard.
Oh, yeah. I was just initially no, and then he fell for her.
Yeah. Fucking crazy shit.
Donkey is just straight up a simp for that dragon. He likes that big butt.
Well, I mean, how could you not?
I mean, that's a big butt.
You saw it. You saw it.
That's junk in the trunk.
Oh, yeah. So you're out on Shrek, is what you're saying, though, Robert.
I'm what?
You're out on Shrek.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Young man yells at cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Young man. It feels like it's something like TikTok probably found out about Shrek like last week, and like, guys, have you seen this great show?
That's what I'm
saying. The green guy. Like that's exactly what.
Ogre with a Scottish accent. Who thinks of this stuff? Big people 20 years ago.
A lot of people have thought about this. Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled on all the Shrek stuff that I'm seeing.
That being said, I've only seen the first two and parts of the third one.
But I'm also that's all you needed to see is the first and the second one. I don't really count the rest of them.
I mean, after that we were kind of too old, but
yeah, that too.
I respect the classics, man.
I'm gonna try and work in some more Shrek memes then to the Pass the Gravy account.
Mm-hmm. Josh Street, figure it out.
I'll figure it out. All right, that was the Precome segment. Let's move on to the Comeback Kids segment, where we tell you guys what's back in the news, and we're gonna have Robert explain the news to us for a little bit here. It's brought to you by Southern Star Brewing Company, and you know what I gotta say, Southern Star this weekend, it was darling like a marlin. Times two, guys. It was darling like a motherfucking marlin. Thank you to everybody that came out to our beer release. I am drinking some darling like a marlin 2 electric boogaloo. If you came up to the brewery, you would have got one of these cool glasses. If you were not able to make it up there, but are still able to make it up to the brewery, 3525 North Fraser Street up in Conroe, they have Crawdads for America. Awesome crawfish for an awesome cause. Go try a bunch of different kinds of crawfish. You pay one flat fee and you get to walk around and try everybody's crawfish all day long. I'm pretty sure it's all you can eat, and it's all for a great cause. And breaking news really on this podcast. D's Cooking was out there on Saturday. My new number one. They were number 2 already, but they They surpassed what they already were. Now
this means you got to go back to number one or the previous number one again.
I got to go back to LA Fisherman and give them another chance. I'm not like that. I'm not hating on LA Fisherman. LA Fisherman was awesome, but D's Cooking just they nailed it. Absolutely nailed it on Saturday. They're always like they're nails every single time. They threw pickles in the boil this time. You had some of them with me. They were
I did. It was damn good crawfish.
They were amazing. And crawdads for America going down at the brewery on Saturday. And you can get Darling Like a Marlin too up there. Just be like, hey, you still have some Darling Like a Marlin? They'll hook you up because it's gonna be up there until it's gone. And I'm sure they're probably gonna be able to get through another weekend, maybe 2 more weekends with it. You can leave with growlers. They don't have cans because of the aluminum shortage, but they don't have cans of Darling at least because of the aluminum shortage. But you can get yourself a couple growlers filled up with Darling Like a Marlin 2 Electric Boogaloo. I'm pretty sure they've got some glasses left as well. So hopefully you'll get hooked up with all of that. Go check out Crawdads for America. And also just if you're drinking a Southern Star anywhere, tag us, tag them at Pasquary Pod there, at Southern Star Brewing Co. and at Southern Star BC on Twitter and Instagram. Let them know you're supporting the people, supporting the podcast. Shout out to Keith and everybody up at the brewery for just taking care of us. Open up, like we got to do the outdoor stage and everything. That was a lot of fun, and they gave us the runs of Southern Star. They let us run that. We didn't get the runs. They did not give us the runs. They gave us a whole run of the place. You know, there you go. What I meant, like we were able to do whatever the fuck we wanted to do up there, and it was really cool. And I appreciate everybody that took time out of their Easter weekend to come up and support us at our Darling Like a Marlin beer release. But you can still get Darling, and then they got plenty of other stuff.
Bunch of great new beers right now.
Dude, yeah, it's a whole fucking new line. They're salt and lime.
Salt and lime. They got the pineapple IPA, the Yuli La Pina. They had that the Coast to Coast grapefruit IPA, which was fucking phenomenal as well. Dude, so many good ones right now. And actually, early got cool for me on those glasses. They gave me one initially. I was drinking it. I went off to use the bathroom. I came back. Somebody stole my glass. I got another one. Later on, I went to go take a piss. I came back. Somebody stole that glass too. So I don't have one because I didn't want to ask for a third glass because people kept taking mine because I was leaving it unattended. So it's really not cool. It's 100% on me. I'm just gonna come next time I'm at your place. I'm just gonna steal your glass.
The Darling one.
Yeah, Darling too. I'm gonna steal your electric.
I have a couple. They gave me a box. So
which is because I could have just asked like Keith they stole, and he would have been like, dude, yeah, take 10. But I don't know, embarrassed. I got
like 5 or 6 left. So
thank you, bro.
But Southern Star Brewing Company, something for everybody up at the brewery and in stores. If you're drinking a Southern Star, hit us up, let them know that you're supporting the people, supporting the podcast. Southern Star Brewing Company, the official sponsor of the Comeback Kids segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, our first Comeback Kid of the week. Not wearing masks on planes or public transportation because they lifted those rules. I don't know if you guys saw this week. They lifted those rules, and let's just say some people were thrilled and others were very, very, very unhappy about it. Now, there's no ban on wearing masks. You are allowed to wear masks if you would like to wear masks. I saw on a tweet from one person that I didn't verify if it was accurate or not, but they said they said that they were a pilot and that 60 to 70% of passengers on their planes were still wearing masks, but you're not required to wear it. And I mean, when the whole thing happened, everybody just like people lost their mind, man. And it is a weird hill to still just die on. Is like, I am the mask police guy online. And if you say you don't like masks, it's my job to tell you why you should agree with masks all the time. Like, it's a weird stance to take. Like, you're allowed to wear a mask wherever you want. There's no rule against it. But like, it's weird that they're like freaking out on people that were like, hey, I don't have to wear a mask on a plane for the first time in 2.5 years. Like, how dare you? Okay. Like, weird, like, to be that guy. It's just a weird dude move, you know?
It's just so many people still live in places where they've been cracked down super strict for so long. And just being here in Texas, like, I can't remember the last time anyone I knew got COVID. I know it's still happening. I know they're out
Knock on
there.
wood. Knock on wood. Knock
But
on wood right now.
sorry.
You know us.
But just like we've been open for a year and a half, and we're, life goes on. So people that freak the absolute fuck about it, like I get it if you're like immunocompromised and shit, but like I don't know.
Got it.
No, don't tell me you are like at a higher risk while you're wearing a cloth mask. Because you're not even doing anything to protect your, like, get a fucking Bane mask. Like, I want to see you with a super mask on if you've got fucking problems. Don't piss on the rest of us.
I think there's like people that fall into categories that are like mad about this. I mean, I think there's people that are like, yeah.
I'd say a good chunk of people are just virtue signaling online to make themselves.
I think there's immunocompromised people that are just like, I'm worried. I don't know how this is going to go, but it's like, if you're wearing a mask, you believe masks keep you safe, then like you're good. Then you should be good on that end. Also, like, I think that the other category is like just hypochondriacs that are like, this is good that like we had this, like I didn't ever have, like they felt safer at all times on planes because of that. Then I think there's people that like being mask police guy or gal or whatever your pronoun is was like your first like taste of power. You got a taste of power, you loved getting to tell people to put a fucking mask on. You like, hey, put your fucking mask on. You loved getting to be that guy or gal. And I think that now, like, you don't get to be that guy or gal. And it's like your power that you had, that's gone. And they're like, well, I liked being able to yell at people that didn't have a mask on. I enjoyed that. And then I think there's people that just, I don't know, like there's a whole other group, and it's like, I don't know what they really think, but that was kind of what I was able to see on Twitter and online, where it's just like, I don't know, man, if you're always down for restrictions, at some point, like we're going to not have like we don't have to have restrictions at some point. And like, like others, I'm not comparing COVID to the flu, but like say like the seasonal cold and stuff was going around, or say that name something that's slightly worse. Say like strep throat was big, but like we were like, you know what, no one's allowed to not wear masks until strep throat is gone for good. Like it's just something we gotta deal with now. Like it's a thing, and that's just like
it is what it is.
Is it endemic where it's like just always gonna be around now? Like,
I haven't looked up endemic, but that's why I assume endemic has meant, and they've already said it is, like it's not going away. I'm just going to stay around, and then hopefully we
regularly found among people or places. Yes. So
yeah, like we just got to build up natural immunity at this point, which I hope a lot of people have. I'm fucking triple vax. I don't care. Hopefully my nuts don't swell up in like 10 years and I get fucking frogs growing out of my neck. I don't know, but I think okay. My favorite out of all of this though is just the people throwing out the fake tweets. Like I saw one that was, it's obviously supposed to be fake. It's satire. The guy was like, well, I was on a plane when the word came down, the pilot came on and said, well, this is MAGA country. Yes. We don't need to wear them anymore. And then the stewardesses started spitting in our faces and coughing on us. And it was obviously a fake one, just, making light of the whole situation. And they posted a screenshot in their DMs afterwards of a reporter from the New York Times asking if they could talk to them about their story, thinking it actually fucking happened, that stewardesses were coughing in people's faces to celebrate the mask coming off mid-flight. I was like, holy fucking shit. You went to, like, people looked up the reporter. You went to Harvard and you couldn't tell that was a fake fucking tweet. Like, you should be stripped of your degree. Harvard should be embarrassed. Harvard should be knocked out of the Ivy Leagues for a year for letting you get through their school, and you can't fucking tell the difference.
They should take away your degree. That's the next thing. No, give it back. Doesn't count anymore.
Yeah, you're too stupid. We don't know how you got through. You slipped through the cracks.
No, but I like when stuff like that happens. I feel like the mask thing is just kind of like I don't know. It's a weird. I don't want to like get too into it, but it's funny. Like
everyone who listens, or most people who listen, are in the Houston area. You guys know, nobody's been wearing masks for a long time. Like, it's rarer to see someone with a mask, like, than ever now. It'll be like if you're in a crowded place, I'll just say 1 out of every 25, 30 people.
At the
might be
grocery
wearing
store,
one.
I see quite a few people wearing them, and I don't like.
That's
You're
what I
allowed
said.
to
One
wear
out
them.
of every
Nobody
30
cares
people.
if you wear it. But I also think that there's people that like. Remember, mask fashion was a very big thing. I think there's people that bought some really nice masks, and they're like, "But what am I going to do with all these? I have 27 different face masks that I sewed over the pandemic. I can't just not wear these."
The best thing to come out of the whole thing is now I've got a couple gaiters. So when it's cold outside, I've got something to, cover my face and neck to stop it from getting frostbite when the winds are swirling and my tootsies are cold.
There you go.
Everyone be thankful for COVID for your gaiters to cover your face in the cold now.
Shout out to the Gators.
Yeah. Go Gators.
Next comeback kid we got, I just added this, is The Office, because The Office is back in a big way. You were just talking about the New York Times getting tripped up on just a bullshit tweet that they took as fact. Well, the Los Angeles Angels also happened to get tripped up on a tweet that was absolute bullshit, where someone had tweeted them, and I think it was like the New York Porch or whatever. So they thought that it was like, that was the Twitter account. They thought that it was the New York Post saying it, but they said that Garrett Cole promised to give out 600 MacBooks to underprivileged kids if he could make it through 2 innings. Now, this was posted after he had already been removed after an inning and a third, or an inning and 2/3 yesterday, because he got absolutely shelled. I don't understand what's going on with him this year, but they turned it into like a whole Scott's Tots situation, and like the Angels who were not playing the Yankees, they were playing the Astros last night. They reported it in the 5th inning of the Astros-Yankees game. And Garrett Cole, he had promised a group of underage kids, or of underprivileged children, that he would buy them all MacBooks if he made it 2 innings. And you think Garrett Cole going in there, I mean, that's an automatic win. And he didn't. He made it an inning and 2/3. So unfortunately for those kids, they won't be getting that. And then everyone's like, Scott's Tots. It's like Scott. He's like, oh no. The whole story was fake. The whole story was fake. You guys just can't be grabbing any Twitter post that you see and just assuming it's fact like that. Maybe research that twice. Like, hey, let's double check this. Also, he didn't go tell anyone else this. Like, this is the first we've heard of this today.
I hope to God that it was just the broadcaster in between innings was scrolling through Twitter and saw it and just ran with it. I hope he didn't have a producer like, hey, check this out. And like the producer didn't catch on. He didn't catch on. His partner didn't catch on. If it was multiple layers of people saying this and nobody being like, oh, that's fake. Like it had to have just been the guy scrolling through Twitter in between innings, right? There's no way this ran through an entire production booth.
Is what it was.
And
run with it. Hey, but like also there's the guy like I remember when I worked Rockets games, like I didn't have control of what they said on air, but like I'd be like, hey, just FYI, like this is like if I noticed something or I saw somebody had posted something, I'd kind of try and like, hey, Woj said this about James Harden. And then you could kind of relay it into somebody's ear. Like, and I'm being told that, Harden is talking contract extension, or something along the lines of that,
Yeah.
So you can get in somebody's ear, and sometimes like they just assume whoever told them, like, I'm trusting you that what you're telling me is true. And like that person could have just believed it. And I was like, hey, weird thing about Garrett Cole, by the way. Like, I mean, it's baseball. You're filling time in a lot of it more than other sports, but it's just really funny. It was like everybody that had watched an episode that had seen The Office and like knew about the Scott's Tots episode was like, no, guys, this is a Michael Scott
obviously
thing happening.
Fake.
So what we need to start doing is we need to start just tweeting out like we need to figure out a way to like make our like a Twitter account look like the New York Post, but like not really be the New York Post or whatever it is, the Houston Chronicle or whatever. Like we'll come with that, and then we'll just make up bogus stories and see if we can get them picked up.
I like that.
But they're all like episodes of The Office, Seinfeld, Parks and Rec, or Friends. Like all just like very, very obvious plots from popular television shows. Like I'm being told that the Astros are having a competition to see who can hold off on masturbating the longest. They're calling it the bet.
It's Jackgate. No
Which the
jacking until
Rangers
you
were.
hit a
Rangers
jack.
are already out because that's what they do to their teammates.
Yeah.
In spring
Nobody
training.
on the Astros is allowed to masturbate until they hit a home run. So could be a while for Martin Maldonado.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But yeah, The Office is back because of that. I just thought that was a fun story to drop
It's
in.
beautiful.
Next we got this is going to be another edition of Robert Explains the News to the fellas. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard are in court this week. Robert, tell us all about, like, Robert has been following this court case extensively in the 30 minutes that we have told him he was going to have to explain it to us. Robert, what do you have for us? Wow. Like, I need you to just lay out the facts for us about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Go.
I think what it really comes down to is the fact that both Fantastic Beasts and Aquaman did so poorly. And so people want retribution for those actors and those characters. Like, no, Harry Potter deserves better. No, Aquaman deserves better. And so they're trying to figure out who is better than the other one, even though they're both owned by the same company. But it just doesn't, like, it's just like, let's just get this done, They're both owned by Warner.
Oh, they are? Okay.
Warner Discovery now.
Right.
And so Discovery got involved. And so, like, we got to discover what's causing these issues.
Discovery was just mad there wasn't enough sharks in Aquaman. I mean, Shark Week is the bread and butter.
Exactly. And where are the sharks
Shark Week, by the way,
in this wizarding world? We need more sharks.
Not enough sharks in the wizarding world of Harry Potter. And that was why Johnny Depp and Amber Heard were in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Talking about how fantastic the beasts really were. I mean, I did hear some of the rumors that maybe they were saying the beasts weren't as fantastic as they said that they were.
They said they were going to tell us where to find them, and they didn't ever tell us where to find them.
Well,
I want to see those movies.
You would have thought Dumbledore would have told us by now.
No, he has secrets. This last one, this latest one, is called The Secrets.
They say there's some secrets.
Yeah. There's secrets of Dumbledore. Also, Ezra Miller's getting involved somehow. He's also in Fantastic Beasts 3, and he's also the Flash, which apparently the Flash's biggest weakness is Hawaii. Didn't realize that. I thought I understood the comic books, but I guess not. I missed that somewhere.
Maybe that one might not have come out yet. That might be the next one.
A new iteration.
Spoiler
of
alert.
His weakness is Hawaii. Sorry about that.
Who would have thought? Usually a place for relaxation. Not for him.
No, I actually thought we were going to go into this, but I like the way we just did that.
Yeah, I also like this. That's another edition of Robert Explains the News.
I just do want to say one thing about it. Just shout out to when we all found out that she shit in their marital bed as a joke or as a prank.
He did.
No, she did.
I thought he did.
No, that was like the final straw to why he divorced her. Because she was mad at him and thought it would be a funny prank to squat over their bed and take a shit.
It's pretty gross, though.
Psycho.
Yeah.
Just shitting in the marital bed.
Weird shit.
Not marital bread. That'd be bad.
It's weird to call it a marital bed. That's a bed.
It's
just a bed.
They were married. It's a marital bed.
Yeah, it's also just a bed.
Well, okay, hold on real quick. What shirt are you wearing? It's very distracting to me because it looks very cool.
It's the Atlanta Flames throwback.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I've been staring at it this whole podcast and I had to ask. It's been bugging me.
I like. Yeah.
Toothpaste on it there? What was that?
Oh, yeah, it is toothpaste. I did spill some fucking toothpaste today.
I got a keen eye.
I didn't recognize it, so I got to work and I was like, damn it, I'm already here. So I just lived with it. Big of me, though, not to take it off when I got here because I don't want to do more laundry than I also have it done.
I mean, I get it.
Let's move on to our final comeback kid.
Not final. I've got one more after it.
Nope. All right. Well, then you do that one first.
Okay. I was just going to say the economy is back because it is and has been tax season, which means people are getting their tax refunds. And as I plan to do, like most people do, instead of using that money wisely, you just immediately buy shit you don't need, dumping money back into the economy.
Did you do your taxes?
I did. I did them on Monday.
Good for you.
The last day.
Did you clean up that pile of hair that's been on your bathroom floor for 6 weeks?
Nope.
Oh, we got taxes though.
Yeah. So I'm your boy's gonna be getting a G back. And
nice.
And this is gonna look better because I'll get a MacBook with that. And then hopefully I'll be able to use this nice microphone that I bought a while ago that's just been literally sitting here unused.
Sitting there, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think there were a lot of people that wait until the last day to do it, but Pat's like the third person this week.
There's a ton of people.
Except for last year when I got them, like the day I got my refund or my return, I did it that day. I think every single other year I've done my taxes, I've done it on the last possible day.
You were just like feeling frisky and you're like, I'm just doing it right now. I'm going to do it.
I was just like, I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to make a decision. Boom. It's so easy. Why don't I do this every year?
Yeah. How long did it take you?
Like 20 minutes. It's not an arduous thing. Like I don't put it off because it's going to take forever. I'm just a lazy piece of shit.
That's my thing, man.
Taking 20 minutes out of my day.
I look at like, it's like a 20-minute chore. I'll look at like, that's my toxic trait. If like, that's like what that's very popular to say. My toxic trait is that I look at like a 10-20-minute chore, like folding laundry or putting up your laundry or moving this from the washer to the dryer. Like I look at that like, God, oh my God, it's going to take all day. And then you do it and it's done in 10 minutes and you're back doing whatever you're going to do anyways. And like you've accomplished something, but I'll just set it off for like however long I fucking can. Like we did the podcast on Saturday and I had my trunk full of shit just like stowed away and I had to pack up the studio and instead of like unpacking, like I didn't unpack it until yesterday before I did the Claire Big Blue podcast. Like I didn't unpack or put everything back until then. And it was like, I could have done that any other day. And it was just like, it took 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Bro, the smaller the chore.
Oh yeah. Cause you're like, I'll just do that later.
The less likely I am to do it. Dude,
I'll just do that later.
Tuesday, every Tuesday on night, I get home and it's recycle day. And then I pick up all of my beer cans from the week that have just piled on the tray table next to where I sit and watch TV because I'm too lazy at the end of a beer to just throw it in the recycle that I have to walk by to the fridge to get more, which by the way, I'm too lazy to even walk to the fridge to get each beer. I will grab a 6-pack out and then progressively drink warmer beers because I'm too lazy. We just discussed how there's a pile of hair in my bathroom. Not a pile. There's a small grouping of hair in my bathroom that literally would take 30 seconds from the time I looked at it to go get the broom, sweep it up, and then dump it. It's been there for 6 weeks. Like the smaller the chore for me, the less likely I am to do it. Dude, there's an old coffee cup that's been in here. I picked up the trash in here the other day, the recycling, and I fucking left this one. Because it wasn't a tin can, and at the moment I was picking up cans.
Well, I can't. I mean, this is a trash run. This is a recycling.
I'm a garbage dude. There's literally I don't even know what this is. It's just like a torn up plastic bag that's right here. I am a garbage. No, but if you tell me
those are our toxic traits.
I gotta mow the front and backyard. It might take me a couple days to do it, but I'll get it done. I can't be bothered.
You're just like dreading it. You're like, oh, I have to mow.
No, really.
I hate mowing. That shit. Really?
I do.
I hated mowing.
I put in my headphones. I listen to some fucking music. I like it. It's relaxing for me. It's about the only thing me and Hank Hill have in common. No, 2 things. I got a flat butt too.
Do you like grilling?
I don't dislike it. I'm not very good at it. Like if you tell me I wanted a temperature, nah, dude, it's either gonna be cooked or it's not cooked. Like that's why I'll cook chicken. Chicken's either done or it's not.
It's done.
Like medium rare. I mean, dude, it's either gonna be rare or it's gonna be probably
done,
medium
not
well.
done, or burnt.
Yeah, I sear each side, or I forget about it and drink 3 beers, and then
it's cooked all the way through it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I'm not gonna cook it well done, but I'm gonna forget about it.
Robert, what do you think your toxic trait would be?
Misogyny.
Probably.
Let's see. I probably tolerate long podcasts more than I should.
That's It's not a toxic trait.
He doesn't stick up for himself by telling us to hurry the fuck up. That's his toxic trait.
Maybe that's it.
I'd say you're pretty fucking judgmental there, bud.
Yeah, you are a little judgy.
That's your toxic trait. You're passive aggressive. That's what it is.
You don't tell people you love them. That's your real toxic trait.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I guess that could be it.
Yep.
You're bad at
don't
expressing
express your feelings.
love for your friends and your family. There we go. Figured it out.
At the live broadcast, every time someone would say that to me, I would tell them, "Oh, I'm deaf in that ear," whatever side they were closest to.
Rudeness, that's another one.
It is just a funny happening every time we have a fucking event and everyone's like, Robert, love you. I just like that is everybody's go-to now when they say love you, Robert. And Robert's just I like to think of him just internally screaming. Or remember that gif of, I didn't watch Big Bang, but Sheldon, he's just blowing into the bag.
Mm-hmm.
It's hyperventilating. That's what I imagine is Robert's insides when somebody tells him he loves him. He's like, oh, not another one.
Worse than all of those. Worse than not showing love to humans that just want to love you is not reciprocating dog love. That's your toxic trait. That's fucked up.
That is a bad toxic trait.
I pet them. I do.
No,
yes,
you
like a robot.
You will. I'm not saying you don't pet
them.
You don't reciprocate the love. You acknowledge them. You do what I do with my friends' wives and children. I acknowledge they're there, and then I just go back to talking to my friend because I'm a bad person.
Although, if you haven't listened to this week's Darling Like a Marlin beer release episode, maybe we don't want Robert near our pets.
No, especially they got big ears.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe Robert's not the guy we want around pets.
No, don't let him pet sit.
Thinking back to it. That might be where all of this is. That might be where all of this is. That's your underlying thing. You can't tell anybody that you love them because bad stuff happens.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Go Lenny on their asses.
I'm scared of what I'm capable of.
So the economy and toxic traits also back this week.
Mm-hmm.
Just adding comeback kids. And then our final comeback kid is obviously it's Weed Man. 420, bro. 420.
Happy holiday.
It's everybody's smoking the weeds, bro. Everybody's smoking the weed. The reefer. We should have made Robert.
Yeah, today was pretty dope.
Get it? Really, it's just weed's back. Everybody's gonna talk about it, and
You know what's really cool though is that.
Wait, what time is it?
Is that in about a few seconds it'll actually be.
Oh,
I'm just kind of
25 seconds.
Right now.
25.
It's like we timed.
Oh wait, are we gonna do a New Year's countdown?
It's like we timed.
Do it.
There we go.
Which is gonna be not accurate when you listen to
15
this.
seconds.
But it's exciting to us.
In our time, right now, this is real.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off, bro! 420 on
420, man!
Spark it up, boys and girls.
Show your phone. So everybody can see that we are not making this up. Okay, show up.
It's too bright.
Thank you, Robert.
There you go. Robert's smarter than me.
420. Okay, yeah. So you can see that we all are not just making this up. It's not a bit. That is funny though that it did just end up because Pat had to add stuff too, or else it would have been done at 4:16. But 420 on 420, 420 is back, and so is weed and all that shit. Which it's it definitely feels like it's lost its luster because it's legalized. Yeah, we got the time now.
I know, but I wanted to be a part of it. Don't fucking kill my vibe, bro. This is a
game.
vibe day, man. Don't fuck with the vibes.
When you hear this, if you're listening or watching, just tweet us at PassGrayPod and tell us what time it was when you listened to us tell you that it was 420.
So what? We smoke weed.
We're just having fun. That's all we need. I don't know.
Weed, bro.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Living young and wild, smoking trees.
Yeah, bro. So yeah, weed back this week, and because of that, we are going to do a mock draft of stoner bands / artists. So it's like not just bands; they can be musicians, but stoner bands or artists. We felt like I think we were trying to decide before the show, but Robert said he thinks we've done a mock draft of stoners, and I feel like that's probably very true that we have done that. Maybe we did a Mount Rushmore of stoners back in the day. I don't remember.
Could be.
But it does feel like something we've already done. And we have definitely not done a mock draft of stoner bands or artists. We're going to go in reverse order of the way last week finished. And last week, our mock draft of voices. Pat Dion was 63% of the vote. I think the biggest win of this current mock draft season. You had 63%. Running away that I was in second with 20%, and Robert was in third with 17%. So on the season, Pat and I are tied with 3 wins apiece, and Robert is in second with 2. Robert's got a shot at if he wins this week for evening the whole season up. And I think unless we're tied after next week, we got one more week left because the draft is next week. So mock draft season is coming to an end. If it's tied, we'll have to do one more mock draft until we crown a winner. But so it went Pat, me, Robert in the finish last week. It's going to go in reverse order of that. It's a snake draft. So today it's going to go Robert, me, Pat, me, Robert, me, Pat, etc. Yeah. So it's got to be stoner bands or artists. It can be a singular
stoner
person.
Musical acts, however you want to say it.
So Robert, you get the first pick in the mock draft of stoners. Who you taking?
All of a sudden, Robert's mic cuts out. What the fuck?
Here we go. Snoop Dogg.
There you go.
There you go. Good
1-1.
pick, Robert. I mean, it's Snoop.
The Snoop D-O-double-G. Yeah, Snoop Dogg, I thought was one of the 2 most obvious choices for a first pick. Great pick. I'm going to go with the other one, Bob Marley. Like everybody that smoked pot in high school or college had the Bob Marley poster. Like, yeah, man, Bob Marley gets it. So I'm going to go Bob Marley.
All right. We're just going to continue on with solo acts right here. Willie Nelson. I got to take the country guy.
Of course.
I mean, even as a kid, when I couldn't really name Willie Nelson songs, I knew Willie Nelson smoked weed. It's fucking Willie Nelson.
All right.
After that, I'm going to go with Sublime.
Solid pick.
Mm-hmm.
Solid pick taking Sublime on that one for sure. I'm going to go, I was going to take Sublime if you hadn't, but I'm going to go the Grateful Dead because that is a all-time stoner band.
If I didn't go with them, I was going to go with the Dead.
Bobby Jokes, you got 2 picks here.
All right. I mean, this is like the origin of their name. I'm going to go with Green Day.
Green Day, like we did learn about this on the Rod Ryan show that if you just took a whole day to smoke weed, it was called a Green Day.
I did not know that.
Big stoners. They were a band in high school. So yeah.
This is just, I almost said it earlier, it's almost unfair doing this one with Robert. Just so I would not.
I'm at a huge disadvantage here.
Our text today, why are you saying we're not drunk, guys?
But we are more in tune with the culture than Robert, I would say.
Robert was like, there's stoner bands. And Pat was like, oh, come on, buddy.
Actually, I believe what I said was, oh, my sweet summer child.
And you're like, my birthday's in March.
Yeah, not a summer child. I'm a spring one.
March is the summer of the spring.
I'm going to go with this band. Okay, I'm going to. So last week, I got a little upset that people were saying I'm disqualified because I didn't know the thing. I'm like, a lot of these mock drafts that we do, I don't know them. Yeah,
you can't hate on Robert for that. He's just along for the ride, guys.
So this one, I don't know this band. I'm gonna go with, what is it? Kiss Kyuss? Kyuss?
The funny thing was, I said to Robert before, and I was like, "You definitely just Googled stoner
I
bands."
did.
Didn't you? So then I Googled stoner bands. That was the top one, and I've never
What?
heard of them.
I've
Google
never heard
stoner
of them.
bands, stoner bands right now, or stoner music, and it's literally the first one that shows up.
Kyuss?
That's what came up for me. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I mean, somebody out there is probably like, "Fuck yeah," but I mean, good luck to you, Robert.
Yeah, before recording, I told Pat, like, I don't see myself winning this one.
I didn't. Either.
Okay, I'm gonna go Cypress Hill. Cypress Hill. Hits from the bong. That's fucking awesome. Which is also
I was thinking
them
that was
sampling
gonna be...
"Son of a Preacher Man."
Every time I hear that name, all I think of is in Grandma's Boy. At the very, smells like Cypress Hill concert in here.
Yeah. Nick Swartzen.
No. Oh no, it's not. Oh, he's in it. It was Rob Schneider who said it. He played.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
All right. So back to me.
That sounds like, but your impression of Rob Schneider's guy is just like every European impression that Nick Swartzen does.
That's true. That is very true. Okay.
Yeah, 2 to finish it up for you here.
I'm gonna go Pink Floyd.
That's a good one.
And 311.
311's good.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go Fish with a PH.
Good one.
Big stoner band. Band right there. Robert, last one. Wrap it up. Who's gonna top Caius?
He's scrambling right now because he's like, dude, I hope I pick a band that people have heard of.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go with one where this is my original bit. I wanted to do bands that had the word Stone in their name, but I could only find 2. So I'm gonna go
Stone Temple Pilots and Queens of the Stone Age.
There's 3. I'm gonna go with Queens of the Stone Age.
You didn't think of Rolling Stones first?
I did not. No.
God damn it! I love Robert.
You know what? I'll go Rolling Stones. I don't think any of you are gonna take that one.
Stony LaRue. You could have gone Stony LaRue.
There you go. There's 4.
Don't know who that is.
Paula Poundstone.
Rolling Stone. I'm gonna go Rolling Stone. There we go.
The Flintstones. They sing some songs. Hi, Sam. That was awesome.
Oh, dude, that was a fun one. I'm excited to see how the voting goes in this. Recapping before we get to some of the honorable mentions. Mock draft of stoner bands and artists. Robert has Snoop Dogg, Green Day, Caius, Rolling Stones. Those are your 4. I have Bob Marley, The Grateful Dead, Cypress Hill, and Fish. Pat has Willie Nelson, Sublime, Pink Floyd, and 311. Honorable mentions here. Who else did we have? I mean, the Beatles.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Queens of the
Stone Age.
I wrote down Dave Matthews Band, but he's really more of a jam band. You know, maybe crossing genres there.
He's a stoner band too.
Yeah.
I also have Dave Matthews on there. Dirty Heads, Lil Wayne, Wiz Khalifa, every rapper ever. Slightly Stupid. I really like Slightly Stupid, but they're good. I also count Slightly Stupid as a beach band. Wu-Tang Clan, Blue Oyster Cult, Jimi Hendrix, Tame Impala.
Fu Manchu came up for me when I Googled it.
Yep, I saw that too. That was the second one on the list.
What about Steely Dan?
Steely Dan, great. The Expendables and Pepper, which are bands that are very similar to 311.
I like Pepper.
Stormtrooper, man. Love that song. I also found a band called Bongzilla.
Gotta add that, yeah.
I was really hoping Robert was going to take that one. And
I was hoping you were just going to go with all the ones off that list that I had never heard of.
And then also Getter, who he's a DJ, but he's one of the Sided guys. So Sided. Dude.
Yeah. mock draft of stoner bands. Really excited to see where the voting is going to go on this one.
We've had a fun season of ones this year.
Yeah, what has been your favorite one?
I think this might be the best season we've had.
It really has.
It's definitely the best season. Like every single week I've been able to say, dude, that's the most fun I've had in a while doing this. Because it really has been. All of them have been great.
I think Voices was the most fun to like pick because there's always lists you can look at online, and I feel like we all do check lists. Like I put my list together and then I like look up shit and I'm like, okay, I'm getting it right. And like today with the Stoners one, I was like, I don't know what any of these bands are. And this one I felt like was going to throw a wrench in all of it. But really excited to see how you guys vote in this one. Yeah, I don't think Robert's going to win it, if I'm being honest. I do think Pat has a very strong list, but I also think I have a very strong list.
Yeah, we both do.
Well.
Which means Robert's going to win.
Because it's going to be a troll vote.
Pat froze.
Although
I could see
Pat did freeze.
Yeah, I could see
because people are going to fucking troll us. A popular band among our, like I'm telling you, Caius is going to be extremely popular among our listeners, and we just don't know who it is.
But like, if Robert did win, that would set up a week of drama because whoever wins next week then would be they'd be the winner of the season. This season, I'm not.
Oh, that's right, because the draft isn't far off.
I always feel like it like comes down to like two people too. Like one, like somebody kind of like there's always somebody that just sucks each mock draft season. I feel
usually
like
me.
I don't know because Robert one time was last. I mean, I feel like it's always like now we're closer than ever. The parity of the league is catching up to us. It's really what we're seeing here.
It's a great time for the league.
Great time for the mock draft league way. All right. Let's move on to our What Would Jesus Do segment. We got some fun reviews from people that watched the podcast for the first time on Saturday at the Darling Marlin Beer release today. And what is your Jesus segment? It's What Would Jesus Do? And how did you come up? It was like, well, we just wanted to be men of God.
Yeah.
And in his image, we just talk about what we think his son would do. And that brings us closer for this Easter weekend. And you just do it because it's not just because it's Easter weekend. No, we do this every week, every single week. And okay, kind of thought that was weird. He didn't have to pay the bill for the last. No, I know that. So if you want to participate in the What Would Jesus Do segment, all you got to do is throw Jesus in a situation he'd find himself in today's times. Use the hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGrayPod on Twitter. That's how we will find them and sort through them. This week's What Would Jesus Do? Actually, we have an intro from our buddy Jingle Blake. Why don't you play that, Robert? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a matter of time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way? All right, so hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassTheGrayPod. This week's What Would Jesus Do is from our buddy Jordan Welch at J_Welch 2795 on Twitter. And Jordan says, if Jesus formed a baseball team with all of his apostles, with him as the manager, what would be their team name, and would they have a chance at winning the World Series? One, they would absolutely have a chance at winning the World Series. If you've seen anything about angels in the outfield, like JC,
they weren't angels. They were just his disciples. They weren't angels. They were just dudes.
He's like the son of God. That guy has some pull. All right.
Yeah, but he's not gonna fix it.
I don't think he's gonna fix it, but I think he's gonna have the best kind of motivation ever. Yeah, they're gonna have a chance to win the World Series.
He's not gonna improperly use his powers to give his team an advantage. That's fucked up.
So when I saw this question come across, I did a little deep dive on the Bible, and another fun fact about us this weekend at Southern Star is we learned that I didn't really know a lot about shit that went on. I was like, Moses is a disciple. Apparently that's not true. Yeah, Pat seemed like he knew all of that shit. I don't think Pat did. I think he was just trying to make me feel silly. But so I just looked up books of the Bible, and I'm assuming those are his apostles. I don't know if apostles and disciples are the same
Peter,
thing.
Paul,
Simon, James. These are just people that I know have like are featured in the Bible or have like books of the Bible, like Job, Joshua, Jeremiah, Samuel. I wrote Moses just because. Timothy, Genesis, Matthew, Mark, Judas, and Luke.
Not Genesis. That's just a book of the Bible. It's not. It's
Who
not the
wrote
book
it?
according to. And I'm pretty sure Genesis is just the beginning. Like this
Jenny?
is how God set everything
Jenny
up.
read it. On
You also forgot about Judas. You didn't say Judas.
I said Judas in that. I did say Judas. You didn't pay attention. I said Judas.
Yeah, that's more likely. Well, here's the thing. It depends. What's their team name? Where are they playing? Where are they out of? They out of Bethlehem?
Christians.
Are they out of Bethlehem? Are they out of Jerusalem?
Actually, no. You know what I like? I like that they're out of Bethlehem, and they're the Bethlehem Sons. SONS.
Damn, I was going to go for some alliteration, but I actually like that a lot.
The Bethlehem Sons, Sons of God.
Yeah, like some people would be like, they'd be the lambs. Nah, dude. I like that.
Dude, we got the Sons today. Jesus Christ, in his first year as a manager of the Suns, we're going to see how he can take over this team that has struggled, but they do have some talent in the minors. I mean,
they only have 12 dudes.
I think Peter was like his guy, right? It was Peter or Paul, one of them.
Peter was, I guess you could say he was a man because he became the first pope of the Catholic Church.
So you get Peter first base, right?
Or is he shortstop? We don't have to pick their positions, man.
Okay, well, I was thinking like Peter at first, maybe. But like we're picking guys. Peter, Paul. I mean, Judas, fuck that guy. Judas is the reliever. Judas is the reliever that comes in and just you fucking hate it when he comes in. He's like, God damn it. He's Jake Odorizzi for you Astros fans. Or he's Aroldis Chapman.
Come on, give him some time.
For Yankees fans, where you're just like, God fucking damn it. I know this is going to end badly. I don't know why this is going to go badly, but like it's fucking Judas in the game again. Again, we're pitching Judas for the third time this week.
I want Simon on the left side. I just can't decide if I want him at left field or third base. I don't know why. It feels like Simon is down the left field line somewhere.
Simon does feel like a left fielder.
That was my first one, but I was like, maybe
Simon's a left fielder.
I know it's that direction. Yeah, Simon's left fielder.
Samuel seems like second or short.
I was gonna say catcher.
You think? I thought Moses is a catcher. Moses is your David
Moses
Ross.
Is not one of them.
No, but Moses is like one of JC's guys. He's the old wily vet. Like this is his last year. First base. No, but this is his last year with the team. He's like, it's an upstart team, you know. He's trying to keep the Suns going. DH. And is he a DH?
He's either DH or first base. If you're that old,
I don't know if Moses is hitting for power. I think he's catcher. Move catcher for Moses.
Okay with that.
Mark is at short or second then. Let's go Mark and Matthew. You're short and second.
Oh, yeah. You got to have
the two M's, the Eminem infield. Eminem middle infield is what you'll call it. Going through the season. Pat froze again, I think. Job.
Have the M&Ms up the middle.
God, yeah.
What is with this fucking internet today?
You want the M&Ms?
Yeah, Mark at short, Matthew at second.
Job, third base.
Yes.
I think Job goes to third base. Then Joshua, center field. Absolutely. Joshua is a center fielder all day long.
Joe playing the hot corner.
And then who else do we have?
Jeremiah. We gotta find left field or right field. I wrote
Jeremiah, Timothy. Did we already say Simon or Luke? Did we pick Luke?
Luke is a right fielder's name.
Luke is in the right field. Oh, absolutely.
Think about it. Dude, he's hitting Luke.
Is our
Luke
fucking
nukes.
Power hitter.
He's hitting Luke nukes, baby.
Oh my God. Luke fucking goes yard. He hits nukes. Bombs, bro.
Okay. Who's on the bump?
I mean, we know Judas is a reliever he's the troubled reliever.
Who's the starter, though? Is it Jeremiah?
I like Jeremiah. Or is it Genesis starting? Your starter is Genesis. If you think about it.
Genesis is not a guy.
Are we sure Genesis isn't a guy? It was a band, which was made of guys. He has nothing. He's speechless there. Well,
100%. 100%. I mean, it's just what the fuck is with this internet today? No,
I don't know.
Genesis is 100%
Genesis was a band made of guys, so why would Genesis not be a guy?
We didn't use Peter yet, did we? Oh, Robert, no, we said Peter was first base. Peter was first
writing
base.
All this down, right? Yeah. Robert, I'm assuming you've got a scorecard?
Yeah.
We should do like the Devils starting team next week. Satan going against them.
I mean,
Psalm. What about Psalm? That's a guy, right? You want Psalm Heat? Yep.
I hate you. I hate you.
Oh, do you want some of this fastball?
I'm going to say Jeremiah is on the bump. Jeremiah's on the bump.
You don't like Psalm or Genesis? Genesis started the Bible.
They're
Genesis
not.
Would be your starter. Psalm. Want some of this? Come on. I just gave you 2 reasons why both of those guys are better choices than Jeremiah. Jeremiah, I think, good middle reliever, maybe, but he's not a guy. What?
No, the fans wear.
You're cutting in and out. And
I know. I don't know what the fuck's happened with the internet today.
Maybe it realized you're a bad baseball manager and like you don't know how to fill out a lineup. Which is ironic. You played more baseball than both of us. But like, I'm sorry. I have, like you're more of a player. I'm more of a manager. Robert and I are more like looking at the guys and deciding like where to go.
I fucking hate you.
I think we just built a winning team though. The Suns are going to be like the Bethlehem Suns. Can we make a shirt? Robert, make that one of our limited edition shirts. Like, it's put
and on the back. It says, "Want some of this?"
The hat is the Star of David, but with a B. It's like the Astros logo, but just it's the Jewish. It's the Star of David, but with because it's the Astros logo. We're just ripping that off.
Jesus and his disciples were Christians.
Well, were they?
I mean, well, Jesus was a Jew. His disciples became Christians.
But they were Jewish first.
Maybe it's a Star of David with a cross in the middle.
Star of David. Yeah, a little like it's like the coexist thing. but then it's just got the B.
But I just want to say Bethlehem Suns on the front, want some of this on the back.
And then all of their numbers are just Bible verses.
Come get Psalm.
That's like that's the free giveaway shirt when Psalm's pitching. Get you some of this.
Pitcher.
Psalm is a fucking pitcher. You start off, okay, you want to go fucking Jeremiah on the mound? Jeremiah can be our ace, all right?
All right,
day two pitcher is Genesis. Day 3 is Psalm, all right? That's a fucking 1, 2, 3 lineup. Like, we're going to win any series, the first 3 games of any series with that kind of fucking starting rotation.
I feel you, Robert.
All right, what do you think? Who would have been the starters then?
I think we should put people on the mound and not words. That's just...
Who wrote the book of Psalms if Psalm didn't write it?
There's no book of Psalms.
Saul was in the Bible.
You better call
Psalm was a book of the Bible.
No. Right? No. Psalms are like passages in the...
Oh my God, it's part of it though. Bible, fucking who wrote those?
Hey, let's put Bible out in right field. That's a word that goes along with it.
King James is going to be, he's also a starting pitcher, by the way, too.
Pontius Pilate's the closer. He was in there.
No, Pontius Pilate is another problematic reliever.
What about New Testament? Where's New Testament going in this? Old Testament.
We're going to sign him in the middle of the season after the first half.
No, Newt is definitely like a middle.
We signed New Testament at the fucking All-Star break.
You're saying his name wrong. It's Newt Estimate. That's his name, and he's a middle reliever.
We just made a fucking hell of a team. We need to put a Bethlehem Suns like what I'm thinking, which it's like the Dodgers, fuck the Dodgers, but like they have cool uniforms. Like I'm thinking like it just says like it's instead of Dodgers, it's the Dodgers like font and everything. It's blue and it just says Suns, but it's got like a little cross.
So hear me out
like,
on this.
The little weird whatever the line is on Dodgers just comes out as like a little cross.
Well, first of all, we didn't put John anywhere. John 316 has to be out on the field somewhere. Maybe John 316. He's a starting pitcher.
He's our closer.
I do like that. Let's look into how much money it actually costs to make jerseys. Now we might not sell a lot of. Hold on. Let me finish.
That's a lot. It is. I've looked at it.
Let me finish. We may not sell a lot on the store
or any.
But if we go to like church retreats.
No, because I think we're making fun of it.
Bro. College campuses. I'm telling you, that would be one of the hottest fucking darty shirts out there. People love wearing like baseball jerseys to the pool and shit and stuff like that. And your daytime party, you're partying in that. You got a Bethlehem Suns jersey. College kids would fucking love partying in those.
That'd be a solid festival shirt.
Right. No, not a shirt. It's got to be the jersey.
Well, that's what I meant, like festival jersey, whatever.
I'm telling you that, dude, if I had one of those, you have any idea how many pool parties I would have rocked that shit to at Texas State? The Bethlehem Suns.
And let's say the next month, we'll have a specialty, like Pass the Gravy merch drop for a week, 1 week only. And Bethlehem Suns, something. We're going to figure that out. We got to figure out the imaging, figure out what it is. I am about 99.9% sure it will not be a jersey, Pat, because I have looked at jerseys before and they are expensive as shit. Even if you just get screen printed jerseys, very expensive. Maybe we can go with a 3/4 shirt. Huh? Is that a fair compromise?
I like that.
Because even if that, we could just screen print Bethlehem. And maybe we can figure something out.
We could do like two of them. You know, Bethlehem Suns on the front and maybe like it looks like a jersey down the middle. And on the back, are we putting like John 316 or are we putting come get some? Or you want some of this? I kind of like the jersey on the back, the John 316 or Ezekiel 25. Was it Ezekiel 25:17?
I don't know.
We didn't put Ezekiel out there.
Maybe we just go, we don't worry about the name on the back. It's the name on the front that matters. And it's that you're playing for the Son of God. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe it just says 316 on the back then. Yeah, no name, just the number.
It's just an arrow pointing up.
Just capital G for God.
And number 69.
Or that. I do number 69 on the Bethlehem Suns.
I think we got a good start there, but we're gonna have some Bethlehem Suns gear ready to go.
Look into creating my own fucking jersey
at a certain point. All right, great question. Great question, Jordan. That was a fun one. The last two, Jesus paying for himself at the Last Supper, and this one, crushing it, guys, with the What Would Jesus Do questions. Hashtag PTGWWJD to @PassGreatPod on Twitter. Let's move on to the not cool segment. There's a lot of things in life that are not cool, but something that does help with those not cool situations is Alamo Remedy CBD. Pat's going to tell you about Alamo Remedy real quick.
Oh, I actually need some of this right now. We've been flapping our gums up here for a little while, and my lips are getting a little dry. Bam, right there. That's all it takes. Just a little circle right around the lips. You can do the cute little pouty face, Robert, like this. How hot do I look?
That's a good look.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you got these big, beautiful smoochers, you got to fucking use them. I'm actually a little pissed right now because I just realized I was out, watching the Astros in the other room last week. Came back in here, and my lotion's in the other room. I'm a fucking idiot. Didn't do a lot of thinking planning into this episode. Wish I did. My neck could use that beautiful smelling cucumber lotion. Don't taste it. Always want to say that. Don't eat it. Smells good. Smells like you should taste it. Don't do it. The only things you want to taste, we got the different lip balms. Like I've got the, I believe this is the original. Or is this the vanilla? Natural. They got vanilla. They got lemon, raspberry. I would assume the hemp flower probably tastes pretty good too. if you're into that sort of thing. Well, tincture, probably not going to get much taste from it, but that's what a lot of people want. A couple drops underneath the tongue, maybe a few drops in your water in the morning. Just going to help. You got a little knee pain, a little back pain, slept weird, neck ache, a little bit of that in the morning, you're going to be good to go. By the time you get out the door and you're sitting at your first spot of traffic in this bullshit Houston traffic we have, you're going to feel fine. You're going to be ready to take on the day. Alamo Remedy, they got all the different ways. You got gummy bears. Maybe you pop some gummy bears while you're driving. You didn't have time for breakfast. Have some gummy bears for breakfast. You're an adult. You're allowed to do whatever you want. I mean, Alex seems like a gummy bear for breakfast kind of guy. You just
Always,
do.
You
look. I don't know if that's me saying you look like a piece of shit.
I had a cookie for breakfast the other day.
There you go. I used to have, dude, for years, a brownie and a Dr. Pepper. That would be my breakfast.
We're adults, dude. Like, the younger version of us always wanted to fucking have that shit. Like gummy bears for breakfast, fucking perfect. Perfect way to start your stress-free day with Alamo Remedy CBD. And don't forget, Pat, if you use our promo code PTG at checkout, you can get 10% off your order. So head on over to AlamoRemedy.com, at Alamo Remedy and at Alamo Remedy CBD on Twitter and Instagram. But AlamoRemedy.com, use our promo code PTG for 10% off of your order at AlamoRemedy.com. A lot of not cools in this world. Alamo Remedy is not one of them. This, guys, is the not cool segment, though.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Robert, you had the best one last week. Anything crazy happened to you this week?
No, not on that scale. I guess really what's been the big issue has been that there's been a lot of leaks and stuff still happening around here. We had a leak in the tub that got fixed. Then a few months later, being, like last week, it started leaking again. There was a leak out in the front yard, and now they're here again with more leaks.
I never leak in the front yard. I leak in the backyard. I've leaked in the tub before.
It's just somebody. I guess the upside of that is like we're renting this place, so we're not paying for it, but still having to deal with it.
Well, it inconveniences you no matter what. Yeah, that fucking blows.
Because I think the water's off right now. Try to use the restroom, but then I remember
I love
can't.
that. I like that when my apartment will do that sometimes. They're like, oh, by the way, sorry, it's out for the next 6 hours. Like, we wanted to send an email, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, the water is going to be out. We forgot to tell you, the water is going to be out from like 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And you're like, you didn't think people were going to be getting ready for work? Maybe you needed to, shower the night before. That sucks.
Like it's happened when I was out visiting my parents before, but they've got a pool. So you can just still use it. You just got to get a bucket of water afterwards to refill the tank. Not really an option for any of us to just refill it, because what are you going to refill it with? The water's out.
We do have a pool at our apartment complex. I should just
but have to go down flights of stairs to get a bucket of water to bring back to your toilet to refill it every time you got to take a shit.
But it would still be funny. Like, what are you doing? You fuckers cut off our water, so I'm shitting. That's what I'm doing.
You just get a really long hose and siphon it.
You're just sucking water up for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a powerful suck to get that up. Yeah. That's a powerful suck. You could be in the movies if you could do that.
Maybe. We'll see if we can figure that out before the next freeze. That does suck. Leaks. Not ideal at all. Pat, what about you?
So as I normally do on Tuesday nights, because I don't have to work on Wednesdays and I don't have shit to do until we do this at 3:00. I was just up late last night playing video games, watching TV, and just absolutely crushing a bunch of these delicious Mama Rosa Ghostas from Southern Star. I think I had either 10 or 11 of them last night. I wasn't counting. And I'm just up drinking, and all of a sudden I see my phone flash at 4:00 in the morning. And it's one of the other managers going, hey, I'm super sick right now. My fiance's sick. I got to find a way to get my son over to my mother so I don't get him sick. I can't come in today at 9. She's like, I just woke up. I'm throwing up, all this stuff. But like, I was awake. So I was like, I got it. I'll come in. But also that, man, I got like 3.5 hours of sleep last night. Because like I said, I had just crushed 10 beers. Then I finished my video game, and then it took me a minute to wind down and fall asleep. So I didn't fall asleep to like after 5. So your boy's pretty tired today.
Just do like me. Learn how to live on like 3 hours of sleep a day.
Can't do that. No, you can't run all of this.
You just
you
become
are
like
a small man. I am what's known as a unit. There's a lot more that goes into running this.
It's your brain.
Well, my brain has to run a lot more mass.
And then every now and then on a weekend, you get like an 8-hour day in of sleep. And it's like, what the fuck is this? And I feel like I'm on steroids. It's awesome. Like if you don't ever, like I just am in a constant state of not getting enough sleep. Like I told my doctor, I think I said that last week, but it was like, they were like, yeah, this is awful. Like you have to get more sleep. I was like, I mean, like what, like maybe 20 hours a week or whatever. Like absolutely no, that's fucking awful. It's awful that you're doing that.
I'll do that in 2 days sometimes.
I'm just used to it, man. And it's like, I don't know, my body just does that. And then like you do get an actual night of sleep, a full night of sleep, and I feel like I'm cheating. Like it's just like, oh dude, I'm thinking so quick. Like that's the real Adderall is just be sleep deprived and then not be sleep deprived. And you're like, this is way better than when I wasn't getting any sleep.
It's like taking one of those limitless pills when you get 8 hours of sleep. That's what it is for you.
Yeah, I'm like, am I just incredibly smart now? What's going on?
I can do stocks now.
I'm 10 steps ahead.
You wake up and you're like, I see the board so clearly.
Yeah, I'm betting
I make so much money today.
Stuff that I know about now.
But
no, I get that. It's fucking
and also
that little
semi not cool because I drank 10 of them last night. I'm like almost out of Mama Rosa Gosas, but luckily I've still got 6 more cases of beer here to work my way through. So
yeah, they hooked us up pretty good.
Shout out Keith and everyone else at Southern Star. All the best.
Star. Did you get how much? Did they send you home with some darlings?
I brought one of them. Oh yeah, that's my other not cool. That was gone on Sunday. I drank that whole thing on Sunday. I couldn't stop myself. It was so delicious.
Yeah, I took 4 home and I've been like rationing them because I wanted to at least be able to drink them this week.
I didn't really have room in my fridge for all that.
Oh, I didn't either. Emma wasn't stoked about it. I would say that our fridge is about 80% beer right now.
Yeah, I think you might have to break it off. Who wouldn't be stoked about having that much delicious custom beer in their fridge?
Well, now we're down one more. That's what I've been saying.
Dude, here's what you do. Compromise. She wouldn't let you have living room bed, have living room fridge.
But also,
then you could have
living room bed, but it's really just got like a fridge that it's like one of those slide out fridges. So then it's also a bed. Like
a mini fridge. You could do a mini fridge. See, that's another thing. You could fit a fridge in your studio.
I don't really
to your right there in the corner. You could clear out that corner and there's room for a fridge.
Yeah, but I have this Giants guy.
Yeah, but you just move him to the other side.
I have this Giants tackling dummy. Where would my tackling dummy go, Pat?
Okay, put it on the corner that he's facing. That would be to my left when I'm sitting there.
Okay.
I'm just saying, or stack 2 mini fridges on top of each other. The mini fridge I had in college could fit a full 30 pack. So I'm just saying, you've got options. Then think about it. You wouldn't even need the bucket. You could just pop open the mini fridge every time you needed a nice cold beer.
Not a bad idea. I'll put that in consideration.
There you go.
Those are your not cools, huh?
Yep.
All right. My not cool. It's like a not cool in a couple of parts, but it was so Easter, enjoying Easter. Emma had to leave after the podcast on Saturday to go from Southern Star to her family. She spent Easter with them. I was out in Katy with my family, spending Easter with them, and Emma got home before I did, and she was like, our TV has a line across it. like, you know, like the TV burns out at a certain point. It had a burned out line like across like the top of the TV. And it was like, obviously, like this has been a TV like, we've used a lot for the last 6 years. That shit happens.
It was horizontal.
Yeah, just like all like straight across. And it was like a white, like burnt out thing. But like, and like it wasn't that big a deal. Like, so like Sunday, I was like, you know what, like let's just go out. Let's just knock it out. Let's just knock it out. Let's just go get it. And then pulled into Target and it's fucking Easter. So Target's closed. We're just like, yeah, you're right. Places do close on Easter. Damn it. And then it just sucked because it was like right in the perfect area where like eyes get like, it was in like the eyesight area where like all the stuff on TV, like, ah, damn it. It's right in that guy's eyes or whatever. But I don't know. Like it wasn't that bad. I was able to deal with it. And then on Monday, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go work. I'm going to go to Best Buy. That's where I got my TV at Best Buy last time. I'm going to go there. I'm going to get it. It's going to be very easy. Because we like where my TV is, like it can't be more than like 50 inches really, or else it like I've got a very finite area where the wall is where it can fit, or else it's too long and it goes into another room kind of. And so I was like, all right, I just need a 50. There were 55s, there were 43s. And it was like I couldn't find that. And that was at Walmart when I did it. So I went to Best Buy, like I'm just gonna knock this out. And at Best Buy, all the TVs, like you had to like get them to bring you a TV and shit. Like they weren't like you couldn't just pick it up and take it and like go check out with it. So I was like, hey man, like I just had a couple of questions because like I knew the brand I wanted. I knew like I was gonna ask for like a couple of things because like I had done some research. I felt like a dad doing it. Like now it says on this site that this one is better for this, but this one is better for this. So I was gonna ask like 2 questions to the guy at Best Buy. He was like, yeah, hang on, boss. I'll be right back. I'll be right with you. And then he went, and I thought he was like going to go assist someone else, or he was in the middle of something. He went and just shot the shit with his buddies that were also employees there for like 10, 15 minutes. And I'm standing there 10 feet away from them. Like I can see you. Like,
I would have just walked over and be like, bro, we'll be done in 2 minutes if you just help me. And then you can go back to not working.
No, and then I did the Dwight, and I was like, you work on commission, right? And he was like, no. And I was like, big mistake. Huge. And then I stormed out. I didn't say anything to him, actually. I just was like, you know what? Fuck that guy. And so I walked out. I didn't make a scene or anything. I was just mad. But I was just like, bro, like, just be like, I can't right now. Sorry, or whatever. It was like, I saw you it, and then I were just like giggling and shooting the shit and like laugh. Like it was clear that they were not working.
Doesn't matter
like
if they were working. It's his
shit.
job to assist you.
Well, but if he was going and like he had
totally
like somebody else
right
he was
now.
also assisting, and like I was like I understand that. I wouldn't have cared.
Oh
then.
no,
It was like just 3 dudes like huddling up, shooting the shit, showing each other stuff on their phone. And I was like, all right, this is dumb. And then I went to Micro Center. I'd never been to Micro Center before.
It's a good store.
I thought the exact opposite. I was like, who are these fucking poors that are shopping here? Like it's just the shittiest version of shit.
Maybe
like,
it's better for computer parts. My buddy.
Maybe it's probably better for computer parts, but like TVs.
Just go to
dumb. Well, I'd gone to Walmart. Walmart only had 55 and 43. And so I was like, Lord, help me, please. Like, please. I called Emma and I was like, it's nobody's real fault. Like, fuck that guy that like just ignored me. But I was like, it's just, I thought I was going to fucking walk into a store, walk out with a goddamn, I'm trying to buy a fucking TV. Like, I'm trying to spend hundreds of dollars in a store right now. Here's hundreds of dollars I have to buy a fucking TV. Not like I didn't buy the biggest TV ever. It wasn't a super fancy TV, but it's like a good TV. I think it was like $300 something I had to drop. Shout out to me for betting on Scheffler and the Masters, and that paid for it. But still also I could have cashed my my tax return when that comes back. But I'm gonna chalk it up to Scheffler winning the Masters because that was what I won money on. But like I just called it. I was just like I'm just mad that it's taking this long and it's this frustrating. It's nobody else's fault. I'm just fucking, this sucks. And it was just like, it's one line that was burned out. And I had looked on Amazon. It was like 2 days. I was like, can I deal with one white line across the screen? And I was like, yeah, you can, dumbass. Why are you being this way? But I went to Target. They had exactly what I wanted, the exact brand that I wanted. And I was like, fucking, of course. Target would never do that shit. Chili's would never, and Target would never. And Target didn't hassle me. They're like, hey, why don't we check you out here in electronics? Here's your, you know what? I'm going to tape your receipt to the box. They ask you anything, show them this. You're good to go. See you later. Everything was done. Emma and I took it upstairs, got it plugged in. Boom. We got a new TV. Although it is weird where like it's a higher definition TV. So like we were watching Seinfeld the other day, and it's like you can tell Seinfeld was not shot in HD. You can tell like the earlier seasons of The Office were not shot in HD, and then HD, you're like, are they through the screen? Like, can I touch them? Can I touch them right now in real life? I was watching the Warriors game the other night. I had bet on, and it was like, I feel like Steph Curry is looking at me. Like, I think I can see all the sweat on him. It's like when I got my newest iPad a couple of years back, it was like it had the HD screen, and it like for like the first couple of weeks when you have a newer screen or newer HD, like, wow, this is crazy. And then you just get used to it, and it's not weird at all. But I'm going through all of that. But just having to buy a fucking new TV, and then like all of like the like, this place didn't have it. This place had these sizes. This guy just said, go fuck yourself. Like it was a pain in the ass. And it was one of those chores where I say my toxic trait is making a mountain out of a molehill, out of just like small chores. And it was like, Alex, you're going to go buy a TV that then you're going to play Xbox on and watch sports on and use all the fucking time. It's like, I always say like, you know, TVs are cool to spend money on. Computers, I don't mind spending extra money on that. Beds makes sense. Toilet paper, you spend the money on it because it's shit that you want to be good quality. Pat, you're going to get a MacBook, so you came around. But when we were like, you should get a computer, and you were like, I bought the cheapest one they had.
I didn't have the money for the better ones, okay? I got what I could get.
You could have bought better versions of stuff. You bought the cheapest one.
I could have spent a little bit more. Not a lot more.
It didn't work out, did it?
Well, I didn't have a tax return then.
No, but I know I get what you're saying, but it was like TVs, like I just wanted it to be one of those things. It was like I thought I was gonna walk in, get it done. Chris Hogan was the co-host of Pass the Gravy the last time I bought the TV that I had. Like Chris Hogan and I, there was a special at Best Buy. If you bought two TVs, it was like if you bought one, the second one was a reduced price. And so we went and we bought the exact same TV and then just split the money. Like we just cut it in half. And so I was like, bro, our TVs are dead. But he sold his before he moved to New York. So he was like, well, fuck the guy that bought it from me. But I was just like, RIP to that TV. And I thought I was going to walk in and just like, hey, I just need this. Oh, awesome. Thank you. Thought I was going to ask a couple questions. Just didn't happen. And then it was just like, I thought that was going to be the end of my day and I was going to be heading home. And now I'm looking for where's another TV place. And like, it is kind of like the shoe repair. Like, do you get TVs repaired now? Do people pay to get TVs repaired?
I'm sure you still can.
Yeah, no, like, but it was sending me to TV repair places and not like electronics stores is what I ended up looking for. But I was like, I don't know who sells TVs. Who fucking knows? But I have a new TV. That's really the longest way to say that. I have a new TV, but I had to go to like 12 stores to buy it. So like
T's and P's, buddy. Sorry about that.
We don't like to give free ads out here, but shout out Target. You're
Target.
Like Chili's, like it's like Southern Star. Nobody can touch Southern Star. And then it's like right below Southern Star, it's Chili's. But then like after that, it's Target because they're good. They're good to me. Best Buy though, I did tweet. I didn't like. I'm not gonna like Karen for sure, but I just tweeted the Dwight like big mistake, huge. And they were like, hi, it's so and so from Best Buy customer support. I'd like to do this, and I was just like, you're fucking dead to me.
You're done. You're done.
Me? Yeah, my friend Darren said maybe I should curse Best Buy. Thinking about it.
Maybe if you
it's
guys
been a while. It's been a while since I had a good curse.
You should respond to them back. You know, if your customer service doesn't improve, you guys might turn into Circuit City.
They might, or Sam Goody. Might go the way of the Goody.
People are talking.
But it has been a minute since I've cursed anybody, and ever since he pointed that out, I had a little itch.
I was about to say, you look like you're getting antsy.
Got a little itch to curse. But it's like I don't want to curse Best Buy because then jobs are lost. Cursing
the MLB season is early.
Job.
The MLB season is early. I'm pretty sure you'll find.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't know. Just don't piss me off now, guys, because I'm feeling very cursy. All right. It's been 2 years.
That long?
I still got the magic. I still got the magic though. So I don't know. Dallas
better use it before you lose it.
I won't lose it.
Just saying.
God, remember when the haters were thinking Kyler is breaking the curse, and I was like, oh no. That little short bitch can't do shit. Now how's Kyler doing? Now there's trouble in paradise all over Arizona. All right, moving on. It was not cool. Hashtag PTG not cool to @PassGradePod if you'd like to submit your not cool. Let's move on to the answers segment brought to you by LittleMShop.com. It offers a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Maybe you got a smelly car. Maybe you got a smelly home. Well, don't worry. They got air fresheners. They got the best air fresheners. LittleMShop.com. LittleEMShop.com. Give them a follow on Twitter and Instagram @LittleEMShop. And they're at Little EM Shop on Instagram, at Little EM Tweets on Twitter, and let them know you heard about them on Pass the Gravy podcast. All you got to do at your checkout is use the promo code PTG69. You're going to get 10% off of your order. And if you order $10 or more, you're going to get free shipping from Little M Shop. I promise you will not be disappointed. There were quite a few people talking about how much they loved their Little M stuff. They also have T-shirts available. They have stickers available. They got mini compact mirrors available. What don't they have? They have that's the whole thing. They got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Head on over to littlemshop.com. Get loaded up on all of the best stuff. Send us a picture and tag Little EM Tweets and at Little M Shop on Twitter and Instagram, letting them know you're supporting the people that support the podcast. littlemshop.com, the official sponsor of the answers segment.
Well, if you just answered the question, why just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question. Answers.
Any questions?
All right. If you would like to send an answers question into us, you want relationship advice, you got a high thought you thought of something while drunk, you just have an idea you want to pitch to the gang, or it's something you saw online that you wanted our opinion on, hit us up at PassGradePod on Twitter. Use the hashtag PTG Answers. That's where we check first, but if you want to email them to us, it may take us a while to get to it, but it's answers@passthegravy.com. Head on over to passthegravy.pod.com and you can contact us if that is easier for you. But this is the answers segment. Our starting off with Pat's not here right now. Pat walked away, but you have to do Pat's role right here. We're gonna go with our podcast son Skylar Lester at OMG at Skylar.
OMG at Skylar.
No, do it better. Do it better.
Here he comes.
No. You've committed to this. Do it,
Pat,
Robert.
Pat, you got to do it.
No,
Pat,
he can't even hear you.
Our podcast son.
Robert's gonna do it.
Do it. Sorry.
Robert's gonna do it.
Robert, you got to do it.
I can't do it.
Robert, you
can do it.
Do it. Robert.
I told you guys, I can't even yell.
Robert.
OMG, it's Skylar.
Do it better.
It's
Do it
you.
better.
OMG.
Try.
Do it better.
We're just going to sit here until you at least put forward an honest effort.
This episode is never going to end then.
Come on. Let's try it.
I can't yell. I can't yell.
You don't have to yell.
You don't have to.
You gotta give it a little chutzpah.
High pitch. Oh my God, it's Skylar! Just do one of those. It wasn't even that hard. That's what she said.
Ooh.
Come on.
I don't think my voice can do that.
The people
can try.
You can do Napa know-how. You can do this. Do it.
I got nowhere to be.
Do it. Do the Napa know-how. And yeah, you're complaining about this going too long. This is on you now.
I can't do it. How do you I need
do it in your Napa know-how voice then.
It doesn't have to be high pitch. Make it your own, man. You can go low.
Oh my God, it's Skylar. Do that.
Oh my God, it's Skylar.
All right, there we go.
That works.
You know what my favorite part about that is Robert was almost physically in pain right there. He felt
I
so
liked
awkward.
it, and it brought us joy, that shows a lot about our relationship. I feel like. Our podcast on Skylar, that's right. OMG at Skylar says, is Mark Zuckerberg acting more robotic because he plans to set loose an actual public replacement robot someday and wants the transition to go unnoticed? Fuck.
Is he acting more robotic? That dude's just weird, man.
I thought he always acted robotic. But that is a solid theory. It's like if I act like a robot, then when I put a robot out to replace me, no one's going to know that the robot's acting like a robot because I acted like a robot.
I mean, I don't hate the theory because think about it. He's so rich, eventually he's going to want to just fuck off and disappear, but like you can't do that. Yeah,
I talked about it last week how they have the robots that are now just like the two-wheelers where they're just like hopping up on two wheels and like we're going to use these as security. It's like, yeah, let's just give them guns too, guys. Like this is a terrible idea. But Mark Zuckerberg, yeah, he's going to probably be part of that, taking us down.
So all the people that talk shit on like him and all these rich guys online, I'm like, dude, you're going to be the first ones to go. Because like they are going to control the robots before the robots get self-aware. And they're going to take out their enemies.
And the robots are, yeah, they're going to figure it out eventually. And they'll be like, what if we teamed up and we fucked them up? And then they're going to do that.
Hey, whatever happened to Amazon using drones to deliver shit? Like, I thought that was supposed to be just like widespread by now.
I think people were like, nope. Don't want
I would love that service.
No, you don't want that service, Pat.
Yes, I do.
Robots are bad.
I mean, you can't do it in rural areas, but the suburbs, yeah. People, you go out in the country and you do that, farmers are going to be taking shotguns.
Train hawks to do it.
Hawks would be dope too.
I would rather that. Those are living, breathing things.
Train dogs.
No, that. I would just be worried that somebody would run into a dog. You know, like there's not as much traffic in the air.
You got to protect the pups.
If you hit an Amazon dog, oh my God, I don't know how to live with myself.
I mean, but
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. We're not going to stick on that. It's a bad thought.
But how cool would it be to have your package delivered by a good girl or a good boy?
Mate, why don't they just have like a sympathy dog or like a emotional support dog with the Amazon people? It's terrible to work at Amazon. They can't even listen to System of a Down this week is what I learned.
Your delivery puppers, Brian, will be there within 20 minutes with your package. He loves scratches and belly rubs.
Your Amazon driver should get a pet that like is in the Amazon truck with it. And it's like, oh, what's up, buddy? And he's got the little Amazon vest. He's got the little the smile vest. And that's the guy. Like everybody complains like, oh, at Amazon, we got to go up the stairs. No, send the fucking dog to do it, bro. Like,
I want
hey, buddy.
All UPS drivers to have a golden retriever also wearing a brown shirt that comes with them everywhere.
But there's no AC in those trucks.
Oh no! You install it for the dogs, dude. Just leave
put their head out the window, bro.
It's fine.
They're dogs. Look, you don't know enough about pets, Robert.
Oh, I guess you're right.
If anybody's trying to protect animals, maybe leave that to us.
Yeah,
you know.
Maybe he tries extra hard to protect him now because he feels guilty.
Yeah, good thing it wasn't an emotional support rabbit.
Oh,
it's my origin story.
Shit show.
But hear me out, like, because like people like I mean, I know I get like, oh, Amazon, I thought it was 2-day shipping, and it's like it's here the third day, and it's like really back in the day it used to just be like 3-day shipping would be amazing, and it's not that big a deal, but it's because you have Amazon Prime. I just thought it was all gonna be, and if it was a dog delivery, like you know what, it probably maybe somebody threw him a ball. I don't know, maybe he found himself a treat, huh? Who knows? I'm sure he had his reasons. It's okay that it's late, buddy. No big deal.
Hey, did you go bobbers?
You just hear like a just dog scratching at your door because they can't ring the doorbell. That'd be just how cute would.
Oh no, he or she would jump up and just paw it.
You have one of those like ring doorbells. You just see the dog just sitting there with your package in its mouth. You're like, oh, who's your good boy? Who's a good boy? You can sit down. Thank you.
And you know, it'd be awesome after that too. Then I'd be like, you know what? You don't have to run back. Get in. I'm gonna give you who wants to go for a ride in the car back to the Amazon facility.
No, but like you have the driver has a dog with them, and the dog will then do the deliveries.
I know. I'd be like, I got to spend some time with this dog. He did a good job.
Because like I'm not saying Amazon doesn't suck to work for, because like I can't imagine all the shit you got to do. But like I see the people like, you got to go up these fucking stairs all the time. You got to do that. You got to do that. It's like, but what if you had a dog that also did some of the work for you?
Also, that's in the job description. You're a delivery driver. You have to deliver it.
But really what I'm saying for our benefit is like there's a dog involved. So the dog helps the worker, but then the dog is also like, hey, buddy. I love that.
Good, Joe. Go puppers.
I love that.
I love a good puppers.
Yeah, I think Zuckerberg's acting more robotic. It makes too much sense, honestly.
More like Zuckerborg, right?
Did you get your Instagram back, by the way?
No, I have to wait till the 23rd. Oh, that should have been my not cool as well. So I'll just throw it in now.
Somebody that's owned by the same people.
Yeah, somebody at some point this weekend, it must have been like late Friday night, Saturday morning, somehow got access to my account and just liked 100 bullshit pages. So now not only is my newsfeed filled with those dickheads, they locked my account for saying that I subscribed to somebody that helps just generate likes and clicks on mine. And they locked it for a week. So I don't get it back till the 23rd. I can't even like unfollow these people because it just, every time you hit unfollow, it just gives you a message like, your shit's been suspicious for liking people that generate blah, blah, blah. That's against our terms of service. You'll get it back on the 23rd. I'm like, but you see, it's like, it goes, okay, or tell us. And I spent time and I clicked on every single one of those profiles, went through 100 of them. Oh, unfollow, tell us, unfollow, tell us, unfollow. I haven't heard shit back from Instagram. Like not even like an acknowledgement. Like, oh, we see that you've tried to unfollow 100 people after following. You changed your
shit though, right?
No.
Your like login info, you should probably do that.
I should probably do that. Yeah. But I mean, it's locked for a week anyway. So fucking.
But like they'll probably get the access then.
I got a couple
as well. Just something to think about.
Smart. It's going to be funny too. I'm going to change my login info. And you're good. No. I didn't like it. Literally, all I've been liking are like people that have popped up like from my phone contacts, or like people we went to high school with, and just like Gravy Gang members that have scrolled across my shit, and I like them. So no fucking clue.
I just didn't know if you got your stuff back yet.
I can't like anybody's thing. I can't like or share any of our things from the podcast. Fucking sucks. I can't add anybody. I can't delete anybody.
That does suck.
Fucking Instagram. Never happened once on my Facebook. Never once. Or Twitter.
Yeah, robot. Confirmed.
Fucking Zuckerberg.
Or he's preparing for a robot. Next answers question comes from Megan Cross at Megalyn FTW. And she says, can a ghost and a zombie come from the same person? Which is a great question. Because like the zombie is a dead body, but usually the dead body is like the brain's gone crazy or whatever, and it's like zombie just wants this. Like I'm Walking Dead, and all of my zombie knowledge is based off of Walking Dead. So I'm just gonna like get that out front. It's like they don't, like, oh hey, that was my wife, but that was my wife. Coral, that's my wife. I can't do it. And it's like, it's not her anymore, Dad. It's not her. She's a different person. And it's like, well, I get why like you have the emotional attachment, but yeah, I think that it is a zombie body, and like then the ghost is like their soul, right?
Or spirit, yeah.
Or spirit is out. So like, yes, theoretically, I think a ghost and zombie, like you could have a ghost and a zombie.
Yeah, definitely.
I say no because zombies are undead. Have you heard Night of the Living Undead?
But they're like returned, so they don't have a soul
anymore.
Dead, they're returned.
They don't have a soul.
Dead, they're just they're like all they care about is like I eat things. Like that's what I do. I just make weird sounds and I go and I bite stuff. Like that's all zombies know what to do. a one-track mind, like they don't think like people or anything. I think a ghost has thoughts, it has feelings, it has emotions. It just can't touch anything because it's a ghost. Whereas zombies can touch anything.
I mean,
besides ghosts.
Casper. Friendly ghost.
What if, bro, it's 420. Like, what if zombies are just people that died and the ghost left them? And like, if your ghost doesn't go anywhere and you died peacefully, boom, like you're not a zombie because you don't have anywhere to roam. Like your ghost is like, hey, I'm at peace, bro. Maybe we got to think about that, huh? Maybe we ask ourselves that question.
That's a good question. Maybe next week.
I think ghosts and zombies are absolutely like you can have
definitely, yeah.
Like you could die and have a ghost and a zombie from you because one is more physical, one is more like not.
Is a vampire dead?
Yes, sort of. Right?
His heart isn't beating. But here's the thing. Also, zombies not necessarily dead.
That's what I'm saying. That's
well,
why
I'm saying they're not necessarily dead. They can still lose their soul though, so you can still get a zombie from zombies. Sometimes it's like a disease in the brain. It's a virus.
Right, but like you're
down,
dead, so your soul spirit has left. But like your body is just aimlessly walking around doing zombie shit.
And vampires are dead.
But
vampires are more like your brain's there. You're not. Yeah. Are they dead or do they not die? I thought they don't die. You're infected, but you just are cursed to live forever as long as you're not in the sun.
Yeah, I'd say they're more cursed than anything because like you're not going to lose your soul. Like maybe you can say you do, but like you still retain your personality and all of that when you're a vampire.
You just drink blood.
Yeah,
or energy. If you listen to, I think it was episode 56 of Past the Gravy back in the day. Shout out Vodalock. We gotta have Vodalock the vampire back on. See how he's doing.
Track him down.
See how the pandemic was for him. I would imagine being an energy vampire in a pandemic where you're isolated, probably not great unless you live in an apartment complex.
It's probably very difficult on Vodalock.
Also, Curtis and I were not great at interviewing at all at that point in time. And then we just started giggling when we realized, like, oh, this guy really thinks he's a vampire.
Yeah, I would probably be able to hold it together for about a minute and a half. Maybe a minute 45.
I'm going to work on getting us a vampire bonus episode this year. No guarantees. I'm going to work on it, though.
Work, girl.
Call me Rihanna because I'm going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, ghosts and zombies can definitely come from the same person. Great question, Megan. David Ruiz at David_Ruiz90 on Twitter says, if there's alcohol poisoning, is there water poisoning? And yes, yes, there is. I learned that because of the comments to your question. There's like overhydration, but I guess that makes sense. Like if you drink enough, like your cells and stuff in your body just become like, they just melt together and it's like you can become too hydrated. And then also somebody was like drowning. Sort of like that. But like if you drown your insides, you drowned your insides. Yeah, drowning is water poisoning, but also like if the only thing you drank was like 25 gallons of water. I mean, if you drink like 25 gallons of water in a day, it'd be very difficult to do, but like it'd probably fuck you up.
Yeah, I'd say most people
being too hydrated. Like what a nerd.
Most people, you probably don't want to go more than a gallon a day. Maybe a gallon and a half past that. You're those are safe levels. You don't really.
I wish I could do a gallon a day, man. Like I try and drink water. I have like, I think it's a 32-ounce bottle of water that I have. I have a different one at home and then I have one that I take to work. It's like, I try and at least have, my goal is to have 2 at work. I'm lucky if I get like a full 1 in before I leave. Usually I can do about 1, but then it's like when I get home, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to fill up the other one 3 times. And it's like,
if you just carry a full gallon around with you, it makes it easier. It really does. Cause you think about it, it's big.
But then you're that guy that's carrying a full gallon around and it's like, all right, Hardo.
I'm just saying, if you want to do it, you got to do it. I did it for a long time.
And then you're just peeing all the time. Like, I don't know. It is hard to drink a gallon of water. I feel like even if you're trying to drink it, if you carry the gallon around, it's still hard to drink a gallon of water. if you're not like used to it. If like you've always been used to drinking
Oh
a gallon
yeah,
of water, I get it.
you gotta force yourself to drink. At certain times, you're like, oh, let's take another swig. It's like a big
Right? 'Cause
gulp.
you're always like, well, it's water. Like I can drink that, and it's like I'm bad at it, man.
You get busy during the course of the day.
But I haven't drank anything in 6 hours. Shit. And like I'll drink 2 cups of coffee and then be like, oh, I'm parched. Yeah, dumbass. You just drank caffeine. You just doubled up on that shit, you fuckface. But yes, you can absolutely get water poisoning. I don't think it's called water poisoning, but like it's basically water poisoning. Drowning is dying because of water, so it's somewhat poisoning. And then yeah, you drink too much water, it's bad for you. But we do believe in drinking water. We team drink water, says me who's drinking beer. Robert, though, we didn't mention this in our Southern Star ad. Robert, Southern Star has their own. It's called Southern Star Elixir, and it's like their own version of Topo Chico. You got to try that, and I think you were very suspicious when I handed you the can because there's an aluminum shortage, so they were recycling some cans of old beers that they didn't fill the cans with. And I was like, hey, no, this is like none of it's not got alcohol. It's just like sparkling water. And you were like, oh, okay. And you just set it down and didn't touch it. And then Keith was like, did you try it? And you like looked at me like you thought it was a prank. And I was like, no. And then Robert drank it. It's awesome. It's like a nice little like Topo Chico that Southern Star makes. So like their whole theory was like, you're supposed to mix waters in between your beers. It's a great idea because then it keeps you drinking longer and you're being safer. And now Southern Star has something for Robert too.
Yeah, it was
you
like
don't
a
have
little,
to drink to enjoy Southern Star.
Little carbonation, kind of like a Sprite a little bit. Like you know those like carbonated waters that you used to get.
Yeah, I still get them. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah,
it's
like
just
that.
like that.
Little hoppy flavor in there.
Yeah, it's made with hops, but it's not got any alcohol in it. But if you're up at the brewery, ask them for a Southern Star Elixir. They'll hook you up. Yeah, we were drinking some of those on stage. I was drinking that before we went on because I was like, I don't want to be drunk while we're doing a podcast because then it's going to go 4 hours. And it didn't go 4 hours. So shout out to us. But yeah, you can, there's water poisoning to an extent, David. Danielle Weston at Danny_Weston, who's also up at the brewery this weekend. She says, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were?
If I just listened to myself, like if I had amnesia, no idea.
Right. So it's
how
like,
old I was. I couldn't
hi,
look
Pat,
at myself
you know
in a
nothing.
mirror.
How old are you?
Well, like if I just listened to myself for a day, I would probably guess I was like 76 years old.
You know, I actually think you would be young.
I think you would be young too.
Because like I'm playing video games all day. I'm awake till 4 o'clock in the morning. This sounds like a very young college kid.
Yeah, but also
lifestyle.
I'm grouchy all the time. I hate everyone. I'm tired of life still being a thing I have to deal with or being alive. I was going to say, actually, the first one that popped in my head was like 56. Like, I'm not quite end of life, but I'm at that point where I'm just like, dude, fuck everyone and everything. Like, I still got a while to go on this. This sucks.
I would say I would think I was slightly younger than the age I am. I would guess
Robert, if he didn't know how old
30.
he was, I'm guessing Robert would probably guess he was in his own
21.
40s.
I'd guess Robert was like 21. But what
40.
would you guess yourself as?
You know, it's tough. I do think it might be slightly older, but like not much older than what I am now. Like maybe like 30.
Yeah, maybe I was gonna say maybe like 33.
Because I get to an age, I got to like late 20s, like where it's like when it's not fun ages anymore. You're like 25, cool, all right, neat. And like 30, it was like, all right, dirty 30, whatever. But like I don't really want to get older anymore because then it's just bad shit happens. Like the older you get after like your 30s, it's just downhill from there. And I don't want that. And so it's like my brain is just like, oh, you're in your late 20s, early 30s. And it's like I am still my early 30s, but like I think my brain is just gonna stop thinking I'm getting older at a certain point.
The great Nick Miller from New Girl once said, I like getting older. It feels like I'm finally aging into my personality. Yeah, same. That was fun in my younger days, but like now I don't do anything. Everything pisses me off. I enjoy doing yard work. I get excited when I buy new things for my weed whacker. Pretty soon, I'm going to have the urge to build a garden in my front yard.
You have a shed before you know it.
It's
Yeah, I'd say I'd be about the age that I am. I'd probably think I was slightly younger, but I'd be wrong.
I would think if I'm not already retired, I'd think I'd be getting close to retirement age. Except no, I think 56 would be right for me, because like I still have over a decade to go,
right?
But I'm old and grouchy about it. It's like fuck, I gotta go work again.
No, I get you. Nah. That's a good question, Danielle. Though
that's a really good one.
All right, let's wrap it up, fellas.
A good one for 420.
For 420, dude. Mikey Paul at It's Just Mikey P on Twitter says some stores have signs that say no shoot. Nope, I'm gonna restart that one. Some stores have.
They all say no shoot.
No shoot.
No shoot when you come in here.
No shoot. Some stores have signs that say no shirt, no shoes, no service. Does that mean you can go in without pants on? The old Winnie the Pooh, Donald Duck situation.
Just walk in, wiggle it at people.
I'm going to assume they expect that to already be done. Like, don't walk in with your dick waggling about.
Yeah, I mean, it's not written there, but it's because it's implied. Like people will go
rules.
In places.
Like, hey, man, if you're not wearing a shirt, probably should have pants on.
Yeah, but like also people will go in places not wearing a shirt. People will walk in, no shoes on. Not very often you see somebody fully dressed just with their dick or veg just swinging out in the wind.
I mean, I'm not saying 100% of the time, but yeah. Usually they have that. They have the pants part on.
The only time you can go in with no pants on.
It's an unwritten rule.
Yeah. It's literally an unwritten rule.
Unwritten rules.
I like that. I was going to say the only time you can go in with no pants on is if it's the set of a porn. But
that too. I do remember going, because we already mentioned shitting yourself at Minute Maid Park. I do remember there was a time when that happened in my head. I was like, all right, what if I have to lose the pants? Because I was like, I can't wear the boxers anymore. The boxers, I flushed those bad boys. Those were gone. And I was like, am I hoping the team store is open? And I'm like, can you guys go buy literally any, if you can't find pants, anything that can wrap around me,
a towel,
possibly as a towel. If you could buy any, but it's got to be like the right size, like, and wrap it around. Like, I don't care. Like that thought goes through your head where you're like, oh God, am I going to just be walking out like shitty ass and just dick just flapping in the wind, like at Minute Maid Park? I can't do that. No, and I was like, am I just going to have to walk out like this though to some fucking dude and be like, hey man, shit went down.
Literally, shit went down my leg.
I need you to go to the fucking team store and hook me up. And he'd be like, absolutely fucking not. That's gross. Like, I don't know. Do I give a stranger my card and just hope that they like do me a solid and don't run off with it?
I would like to think if somebody like poked their head out of a stall, like, dude, I just shit my pants.
I would like to think that too.
If I trust you with my card, can you please go to the team store and buy me a towel or something? I'd be like, I've got you.
No, but that is
literally
like
always 8 minutes away from that scenario.
But that is like a thing that now I think of. I'm like, it happened to me where I had that thought go through my head. So now it's like, I feel like now present day Alex would be like, give me the card. All right. Yeah. Do you care what it is? Do you want, I mean, obviously pants first. If it's not pants, jersey, do I go jersey or do I just get like, if there's not a beach towel, what do I go with, man? We got to make decisions.
I wouldn't go jersey. I'd go shirt. I mean, I'm not trying to break the bank on this guy for something he's going to cover his shitty ass in.
Right. But at that point I would be like, I don't care if you spend the $400 on a, I need to get out of here. I need to get out now. I need to be gone, dude.
You go towel.
I would spend $1 billion to teleport from this place right now and not have to see any of this. But instead, I just was like, you know what? I'm going to just assume that this is a crowded enough fucking facility where people are filing out, and I'm going to just blend in. They're going to think whatever the smell is probably from someone else around them. And I'm just going to shimmy my way out. And I remember being like sweating, and like Emma was like, where did you go? I just shit myself. We got to go. We got to go now. And she just was like,
no matter how many times you tell this story, it makes me laugh every time.
But no, like there's times where it's like, I knew I loved her and I knew I wanted to spend my life with her. But when she was like, fucking game time. All right, let's go. Like, she didn't fucking hesitate. She probably in her mind was like, oh, gross. But she was like, all right, this is happening. We're going to adapt. We're going to fucking go. Let's go. She called the Uber. She was like, hey, it's a little hot. Do you think we could roll the windows down? And I was like, thank you. As I'm like, because I'm behind the driver, so I'm like hovering, so I'm not like sitting my fucking shit jeans on his fucking cloth seats. I'm like just kind of hovering, like, all right, I can make this the whole way. And just Emma made small talk with him the whole time, and I was like just uncomfortable. But it was like, that's love right there.
I want you to know,
fellas, you want to know your girl loves you, shit yourself, and then ask her if she'll help you out, and that's how you tell. Even
though you haven't asked me to give a speech at your wedding, I will be getting.
I don't think I'm going to.
No. I know you're not going to. I'm going to. And the entire story is going to revolve around. And that was the moment Alex knew.
So Alex shit himself. That's just good. I don't really know where this story's going. I don't know. Can we play shout? Are we going to play shout? Again?
Alex thought to himself, Emma.
Pat, give me the microphone.
Is ride or die.
Pat, give me the microphone.
I have the microphone, and you will listen to every word I have to say.
Yeah. So that got sidetracked, but that was, yeah. I think that, yeah, the leaving a place, like going somewhere without pants on, like very extreme circumstances lead to that.
Don't do it.
You know, if you see a guy walking around without pants on, you got to assume some shit went down before that.
You got to avoid that guy is what you got to do.
But you don't just not have pants on for a reason. Is what, like, that's kind of how, like, you know, there's usually a reason for that. And it's like,
usually the reason is crazy.
Down. Some of that, but then also like the situation I was in, that also plays to it. Like, I don't know. Did this guy shit himself? Does he need a brother to go to him and be like, hey man, I got you. You want me to go to CVS right now? I got you.
It's like crazy, lost a bet, running away because they just got caught cheating.
Yes.
Those are like the top three.
Those are the ones. Or just a big Winnie the Pooh fan. Is he getting lit up?
Well, he's 17 pitches in, hasn't recorded an out, and the base is loaded in the top of the first. He's doing his best Garrett Cole impression, is basically what I'm saying.
He's Brad Peacock. He's the new Brad Peacock.
Oh, and he starts out Rendon first pitch with a ball to the fourth guy. Awesome.
Well, this is going to be great when you guys listen back to this and that game's over. But hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you especially to everybody that came out to the Darling Like a Marlin 2 Electric Boogaloo beer release. We love you guys. I'm not mad at anybody that didn't come out. I get it. It was Easter weekend. When we agreed upon shit with Southern Star, we were like, 16th works for us. And Southern Star and us like didn't look at that it was Easter weekend. I thought we had a really great turnout for Easter weekend anyways.
Yeah.
Just there were a lot of people like, hey man, I'm so sorry I couldn't. It's like, nobody's mad. It's all love here. We appreciate you guys listening and spending any of your time with us, whether it's listening, watching us, going to any events or anything like that. Like, just you guys being a part of this is it means the world to us. And we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to do 2 beer releases without you guys and gals and everybody. But thank you guys for all that. Please share us with a friend. Give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Robert, no new episode of A Recent Study suggests, but go subscribe, like, 5-star review, listen to the old episodes if you haven't caught up yet. A Recent Study Pod on Twitter and Instagram, correct?
Yep, we're 70 episodes deep, so you got time to catch up on something.
All right, and we got a new one coming out Monday.
That's right. That's
nice. Right. Looking forward to it. I do the Claret Big Blue podcast with Mike Fish. You can listen to that Pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts as well, give that a follow at CBB Pod on Twitter and Instagram. We are at Pass the Gravy Pod on Twitter and Instagram, like our Facebook page as well. I'm at Alex J. Milton. Pat's at not Pat Dion, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. You guys are the best. We love you guys. And until we talk to you guys next time, pass the gravy. Yeah. Bitches!
Shawty had them apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur, and the whole entire club was looking straight at her. Yes, they were.